world getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate the values of our country, and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, blind, not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting, and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. Hello, hello. Happiness, it's good to see you. And I just, that chat was wild, wasn't it? We was in, and I don't know. I was sitting here one day. It's been a few days, and I said, Cleo in Australia. I said, perfect example of, you know, and yeah, that chat was freaking wild. And it's like I kept getting timed out because I was taking up for Katie and Chris, and but these other people were fucking nailing them to the cross. It's like, what the hell? Y'all say be nice in chat when that chat is fucking vile. Okay, let's see here. It's good to have you, Happiness, over here. Hey, sis, is your headache any better? I love you. Eve, hey, SRB. Yeah, this is an awesome song. I love it. And it's so fitting I play it a lot, but what we're about to discuss. Chicken Lady, Purple Sky, hello. Good to see ya. I'm that bitch mama bear. Hello. I recognize your name. You've been around a while. SRB, it was in T-Rev's chat. That tells you. Yeah. Enough said, huh? And I went up on his thing because I was and told him about Cleo, that little girl that went missing in Australia out of her parents' tent, and they crucified her parents. They done put the parents, guilty as fuck. Then come to find out, a creep down the road that collect brat stalls got that child out of the tent with her mom and dad without them knowing it. Thank God she was found alive. But that just goes to show everybody's like Katie, 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 but everybody crucified these parents too, and he stole her out of a tent, not even a house, with her parents sleeping right beside her in a tent. Good to see you, SRB. All right, does anyone have some of y'all probably do. Right, SRB, right. And I'm guilty as fuck of crucifying parents, and because I've been around a long time, and I'm truly, truly going to start doing better. And but this case, and like Cher, she's still in here, sis. From I've always had Katie has always had my heart for some reason, and now I'm you get these people that attack you if you like the wrong side of the families and shit, and it ain't anything like that, but all the parents need, well, Seth and Katie are, but Seth, no, he ain't. Seth needs to get offline and go back to work. Okay, this isn't about Seth and them. Anyways, okay, right, chicken lady. And and right now I apologized to Chris and Katie last night, and I'm not going to badmouth them at all. You, some people know how I feel, especially about Chris, but I apologize, and I'm going to keep my word on that to Chris and Katie. I didn't apologize to Seth. And I would have not even said anything else about Seth, but less than 12 hours after you made a truce with your wife to work together, you're on two panels. Less than 12 hours later, trashing them again. I mean, no. Okay. Uh, Happiness. She was out searching, that morning in her car and stuff, but she
probably had no clue that it was going to be this big, you know, and he was like actually going to be missing. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't blame her for really not going where everybody else is searching. It's too dangerous. Everybody's like, oh, she didn't go to the vigil. I wouldn't either. You don't know who's sitting in the bush waiting to ambush her, you know? It's too dangerous because Seth released the mob on them. That's the mother of his child, man. That she's financially took care of all these years because he didn't pay child support. Truly, I don't know if I said hi to you. I love you, sis. All right. Have y'all heard about these divers? The recent news that's come out. The like the divers, you know, that dive for cars and missing things and stuff. Because I want to get right into it. Happiness, law enforcement also told Katie and him that. Yeah, what Nart talked about last, Happy, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'm not going to play his video. He broke my heart. That poor boy. He's a good one. Trey is. Okay, yeah, well, okay, well, I got you. I'm that bitch mama bear. We're going to go right over it right here. And I want everybody, if you have a channel, please go live on your channel. And I want everybody to at least play this, you know? Please, we got to stop this shit. Okay, I'm gonna get into it and start playing this. If y'all want me to stop or anything, just let me know. We're getting into the grips because I'm pissed.
Recovery is a dive team who searches for missing people and helps to clean up river systems.
Brothers Underwater Recovery is a dive team who searches for missing people and helps to clean up river systems.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cooper, and I want to go over some things with you guys that I've typed out. I'm going to go over all these bullet points. I'm going to read all these bullet points. I don't want to miss them. This is very important information. For those of you that know me, my name is Cooper, and I've been involved in search and rescue, search and recovery for over 18 years now. I began when I was 16 years old, long before YouTube or social media was prevalent. I'm an amputee. Over 14 years ago, I lost my leg. I had to relearn how to walk again. Then I had to learn how to scuba dive. I now to this day have over 900 log dives. I have many certifications as well as underwater investigation, and I'm currently a dive master. I have been involved in a member of the SAR dive team that falls directly under emergency management and their local sheriff's office for over 12 years now. I'm currently serving as a vice president aside as being the role of a SAR diver. I've also have 7 years in the fire service, paid and volunteer. I have a lifelong passion to serve my community with the skills and experiences I have acquired, and I'm honored and proud to be able to provide families in crisis support and hopeful answers. Recent events involving an individual or team have developed around the searching of missing loved ones, and I'm frustrated. I'm sharing my opinions and frustrations around this dive team, or rather content creator. The purpose of creating this video is not to stir up drama, to profit or grow off other channels. I want you to know more than just what you're observing on a platform from one source. There's always going to be more information than what an individual or team wants you to see while hiding the truth. The information I'm sharing with you in this video is firsthand accounts and meant to provide an additional visibility in order for you to make informed decisions on the support you provide. I want to recognize the platforms like YouTube and other social media sources that have made it easy to help spread awareness on missing persons, as well as being the voice of their family members. Because of YouTube, I met and worked with some amazing people and divers and have gained some new skills and experiences. One of my good friends, Sam, who I met long before he joined AWP, encouraged me to start my own channel.
Sam,
I
the
have
venture
seen
man.
firsthand the passion some of these teams and individuals that truly want to help families. But I've also met some that are providing services while no moral compass and compromising families in duress. These families are experiencing one of the lowest points in their lives and are very vulnerable. One of the individuals that I'm referring to is Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery. At first, I had the impression that he really wanted to help others.
Okay, before we go on, this guy, Ronnie, he's talking about, he has been diving Sebastian's case. He done Raleigh Strain and tons more. So you just get a little bit of clarification. This guy right here is Ronnie that he's talking about. He's been diving on Sebastian's and Raleigh Strains.
When he was on his own, I was under the impression that he didn't click with other divers due to personality conflicts. I felt bad and wanted to support him. I even mailed him a care package to help motivate him to go out and do some good in this world. A year ago in March, myself along with another friend that I have made on this platform, Lee, the Aqua Adventurer, were scheduled to help Ronnie with his March mission. In January of 2023, Lee told me that a subscriber supporter of Ronnie bought him a plane ticket to the States to help Ronnie with his mission searching bodies of water for missing loved ones. Lee was excited for this partnership and experience he would gain and take back to Northern Ireland the process of searching bodies of water. Lee suggested I come out and visit with him and Ronnie while he was in the States. I proceeded to reach out to Ronnie since he was in charge to offer my services as a SAR diver since I have training and experience. We talked briefly from time to time as I was trying to learn more about the mission and more about Ronnie, which was very little to nothing. At that point in time, I learned that the only name that Ronnie prefers to go by is his first name. I was under the impression when I later learned that his last name was Wagner, Wagner. As the March mission details firmed up, there was going to be like at least 4 divers, including Trey from Narked Divers. I agreed to a live stream on my channel introducing the March mission for Ronnie so he could raise money to go out and help these families. I proceeded to request the time off from work and purchased plane tickets for myself. The very evening after the live stream took place on my channel, I received a Facebook message, then call from a viewer, acquaintance in Florida, warning me about Ronnie. He asked me if I knew Ronnie's full name, and I said yes. He's Ronnie Wagner from Illinois. I did a Google search and found nothing. He had also added me on social media, but his name on his social media page was his dog, Burr Rex. The other page that he had was Brothers Underwater Recovery. I didn't see his full name on those pages. The viewer from Florida who contacted me said no. His real name is Ronnie Dale Wagner, spelled Waggoner. My wife and I started searching right away on Google, and instantly the top post was Ronnie's picture and information regarding his criminal past. It turned out that he is a registered sex offender. I instantly felt betrayed and misguided by Ronnie for making me put my name out there to help him with this information that he's been withholding from me. And not only holding it from me, but withholding it from the rest of the volunteers on this mission. It began making sense why he doesn't share his last name with anyone in person, and even a news article recounted that he didn't want to share his last name. He was hiding his past from everyone. I immediately took down the live stream video and contacted Lee that very night and explained why I could no longer go or be associated with Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery. I felt terrible that Lee was stuck going to the mission because a viewer paid for his plane ticket and that I couldn't be there to dive with him and help serve these families. I contacted Ronnie the next day to confront him with the information that was discovered. Ronnie provided additional context and explanations that I won't share, but reiterated he was innocent. It should be known that he actually pled guilty. And in my mind, if you're innocent, you don't plead guilty, no matter what, because you know the truth. I would also state that the very educated and highly trained individuals that investigate these crimes found enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. I explained to Ronnie why I could no longer support his mission for personal and professional reasons.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. And again, this Ronnie guy travels all over doing these cases of missing kids and stuff, people. He searched for Sebastian several times. He searched for Raleigh Strain.
After that conversation, a few days later, I talked with Jacob from Chaos Divers. I explained that I felt misled for trusting Ronnie and didn't know what to do. Jacob reached out to me and told me to continue flying out there and that he would welcome me to join them in searching for missing persons and helping families. I had great experience working with Chaos Divers and was able to continue networking and building relationships with some highly trained and experienced search and rescue divers. Jacob and Lindsay showed me so much information how to read side scan sonar to further help me on my continued efforts in searching for missing persons back here in my home state. On that trip, I also had the pleasure of meeting another great search and recovery diver. Britain from Depths of History, they all welcomed me on that trip and taught me valuable information and skills that I continue to use helping families.
And I don't know if everyone was in here when I said this. If you have a channel, any kind of platform or anything, please somehow get this video right here on your channel page, whatever. We got to get awareness out about this. It's got to stop, y'all. The second, at least, I mean, Jared ain't no better, but at least Jared isn't a registered sex offender, you know? And he, you know what I'm saying? And just wait, y'all.
Not only are these individuals highly trained, experienced, but I actually feel safe putting my life in their hands while I'm underwater in zero visibility, muddy waters, diving on submerged vehicles. They all have received shields.
Absolutely. I'm that bitch mama bear. Absolutely. Thank you.
Been sworn in and have been deputized by a sheriff's office for searching bodies of water for missing persons. They are recognized SAR dive team with credibility. Lee is a very good, trustworthy friend. He's a military veteran and a scuba diver from his home country that just wants to go out and help families. The point I'm making is credibility. Myself, along with Chaos Divers, Depths of History, and the Aquaventure all have credibility. Now, because I proceed to join Chaos Divers around the same time as Ronnie's March mission, some subscribers have noticed. Whether it's From negative comments and lies Ronnie gave them, I can't say to every claim he's made, but I have had people come forward to me and tell me about Ronnie attacking my character and the character of those I choose to work with to serve families. Back then, I chose not to publicize my reasons out of respect for Ronnie's family. However, recent cases.
Okay, and what he's about to get into here, this Andy, her name is Andy Wagner. It's kind of fucked up. She had to have poor baby. But Andy Wagner is like a 23-year-old she lived in Texas and she moved to Indiana. She went missing. She's like 23 or 24 and she still hasn't been found. Yeah, you'll see. And her mom's name is Elaine. Andy's mom's name is Elaine. So when you hear Elaine, you know.
And other family members have voiced concerns and allegations of misconduct that have left me irritated and upset for staying silent for over a year now. I'd like to share firsthand testimonies from a couple of other sources from their firsthand experiences of Ronnie and Brothers Underwater Recovery.
But now I'm at the point where I don't care how much help you gave my aunt. I don't care how many searches you took her to. Now you're being disrespectful.
Okay, these girls here are the one on top. She is Andy, the one that's missing. I guess they're cousins because Andy's mom is her aunt. And the one on the bottom, I'm not sure exactly her relation, but yeah.
And enough is enough. So now I got a thing of notes on you so I can talk about you. That he's still using Andy's hashtags on his videos. He's way in Missouri searching for somebody else and got hashtags on his live with Andy Wagner, talking about how his phone is set up like that and it automatically does that. Yeah, Ayla, he's just saying he's just in it for the views at this point because ever since he, like I said earlier, ever since he picked up Andy's case, we have been the ones to put the traffic onto Ronnie's YouTube page. When we first started talking to Ronnie, Ronnie didn't even have 2,000 followers. Now he's got 6,000, almost 7,000 followers on YouTube. That's Andy Wagner. That's because we've been pushing Andy's story.
So when we first met Ronnie, it was like probably April or May last year. And at first he wasn't like coming off in no type of way. He was just strictly like, at first I think he had good intentions. But so when time started going on, he was like trying to make moves on Elaine and stuff like that. So then like she used to call me and tell me.
Now remember, Elaine is the missing girl's mother.
He's doing this and that to her and he's saying this and that to her. And I'm just like listening, like I'm just listening to her tell me. And then she said that she felt like if she didn't do what he wanted her to do, that he wasn't going to help her in searches anymore. And so he's like the only one that had a vote. Like we cannot do the water. We have no other resources. So she was playing into him to do what he wanted just so she can have help finding Andy. So I was at the dentist's office one day and she calls me and she's like, Ronnie said that we can't go on a search tomorrow, that me and you can go by ourselves. So I'm like, why is he saying that? So she told me it was because this guy named Dan that she used to date was at her house and Ronnie didn't like it. So I'm like, he's married. He has a family at home. Why is he worried about your boyfriend and like your boyfriend being at your house and stuff like that? So Ronnie was like kind of like possessive over her and like controlling, and he was having an affair with her, not because she wanted to, but because she felt like if she didn't, then we wouldn't have help. And that's really what I felt too, that if Elaine didn't do what he wanted her to do, that we wasn't going to have anybody to do the water. So she just sucked it up and just played into it. And I think that's really fucked up that he took advantage of her when she was vulnerable and depressed and grieving over her daughter, that he done what he did. So then I looked at it like he never had good intentions to begin with. Like he was only there for one reason. And now that Elaine has passed away, it just proves that, because now that you're no longer being benefited, you don't want to help us. Yeah. You don't want to keep searching because you're not getting the benefits of it anymore. Like you cut contact with us.
Did y'all hear that? Let me back that up again.
That he done what he did. So then I looked at it like he never had good intentions to begin with. Like he was only there for one reason. And now that Elaine has passed away, it just proves that, because now that
Elaine, the mom that he was making do sexual favors for in order to find her missing child, she died this past December. She never got the chance to find her baby girl. And this motherfucker, a registered sex offender, abused her.
that you're no longer being benefited, you don't want to help us. Yeah. You don't want to keep searching because you're not getting the benefits of it anymore. Like you cut contact with us because you felt bad that you pocketed at $500. And the crazy thing is, he came to Elaine's candlelight at the river that we had for her. And that was days after he got the donation. He never brought it up to us like somebody trying to help y'all, anything.
Predator behavior. You're not lying. Google Ronnie Wagner. Google it.
I didn't find out he was a sex offender until Elaine's birthday.
He's a whole sex offender, y'all. I didn't even know that till after my aunt passed away. And then I found that out through somebody that was doing searches with us, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, he said that his ex-wife's stepdaughter, or his ex-wife's daughter, who was 15 at the time, lied on him and set him up.
He was 33 at the
To
time.
get back with an old boyfriend. That makes no sense to me. And I'm sorry, but I always believe a victim. I always believe a child too. And if Ronnie's still helping us, no, he's not.
Can you post a link again, sis, to this?
He fell off the earth. He deleted us off social media, took our numbers off his phone. He doesn't call nothing. These families that they've taken advantage of and said that they needed, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, when he told Tammy that his boat was messed up and he needed help and blah blah blah, and she sent him that money, his boat was long tore up before that. That's the reason why he didn't go drag the lake for Andy, is because his boat was messed up. So if he was trying to insinuate that he tore his boat up looking for Jared, that's not true. His boat's been tore up. So he conned that lady out of $1,000.
And it was, if we're doing dollar for dollar, y'all, it was like a little over $1,100 that she sent Ronnie. $500 was for my aunt and her family. The rest of it was for her son searching in the boat, and Ronnie kept it all, put it right in his pocket.
He told Tammy we needed a room and food. And the crazy thing is, before we even left the hospital, he already had Dave on the phone paying for a hotel room for 3 nights. So how are you telling this woman we need a room and you already know we got a room? Crooked as hell.
Math is.
So that's not all of it. That's not all the information.
And Lace, that poor lady died this past December and didn't even get to find her baby girl. But he stopped helping them because the mama cut him off.
Evolving Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery.
And for those, I don't know if y'all heard this, but this guy has been out there searching for Sebastian. The registered sex offender has been out there searching for Sebastian. And Riley Strain. Yeah, that's the right link, sis. Yes. Thank you. I'm Mountain Melody. Sorry, my hillbilly ass can't say a lot. And Lace, don't that cotton candy Scentsy smell good? All right, here we go. Lady Lolo, the victims, these are the first ones that came forward. You know, they're scared, you know, they want to help find their loved ones, and oh, he's going to get it this time. He's not even supposed to have social media. He has his Facebook and his dog's name. And he's got a whole ass wife at home.
And his bad behavior in his criminal past. That's just a piece of it. there's more. And we know that there's more victims out there, and maybe in time they'll come forward.
Right, like these ladies just came forward this year, and imagine the ones that we don't know about because we didn't even know about these. Nobody did. And I hope his other victims, because I'm sure there's many more, because he's been doing this for years. And oh, Victoria, I can't stand that CJ punk. Yeah. Hold on, Mama Bear. You'll see. Well, it was at the beginning. Do you want me? Let's see here. I'll start it back here, but I'm going to go back and play the beginning where it tells exactly his charges and shit. But I'll take it back to this part because a lot of y'all wasn't in here. Right, Lacey. They shouldn't just let anybody. If you're going to search, you need to do a background check. I'm sorry. They got to do something. Winnie, hush, you little asshole. Sis, how about you host it? I want everybody, every creator, big or small, Facebook, because these guys don't care if you play this video. They want this out there. This has got to stop. Winifred, hush. Yeah, he's still on paper, Mama Bear. He's still registered, yeah. He'll have to register the rest of his life. He's a full-grown sex offender. Full-blown, whole-ass sex offender. And he pled guilty to it. Didn't even fight it. It was his wife's stepdaughter. She was 15. He was 33. Hi, Toodles.
Training and experience. We talked briefly from time to time as I was trying to learn more about the mission and more about Ronnie, which was very little to nothing. At that point in time, I learned that the only name that Ronnie prefers to go by is his first name. I was under the impression when I later learned that his last name was Wagner, Wagner. As the March mission details firmed up, there was going to be like at least 4 divers, including Trey from Narked Divers. I agreed to a live stream on my channel introducing the March mission for Ronnie so he could raise money to go out and help these families. I proceeded to request the time off from work and purchased plane tickets for myself. The very evening after the live stream took place on my channel, I received a Facebook message, then a call from a viewer acquaintance in Florida, warning me about Ronnie. He asked me if I knew Ronnie's full name, and I said yes. He's Ronnie Wagner from Illinois. I did a Google search and found nothing. He had also added me on social media, but his name on his social media page was his dog, Burr Rex. The other page that he had was Brothers Underwater Recovery. I didn't see his full name on those pages. The viewer from Florida who contacted me said no. His real name is Ronnie Dale Wagner, spelled Waggoner. My wife and I started searching right away on Google, and instantly the top post was Ronnie's picture and information regarding his criminal past. It turned out that he is a registered sex offender. I instantly felt betrayed and misguided by Ronnie for making me put my name out there to help him with this information that he's been withholding from me. And not only holding it from me, but withholding it from the rest of the volunteers on this mission. It began making sense why he doesn't share his last name with anyone in person, and even a news article recounted that he didn't want to share his last name. He was hiding his past from everyone. I immediately took down the live stream video and contacted Lee that very night and explained why I could no longer go or be associated with Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery. I felt terrible that Lee was stuck going to the mission because a viewer paid for his plane ticket and that I couldn't be there to dive with him and help serve these families. I contacted Ronnie the next day to confront him with the information that was discovered. Ronnie provided additional context and explanations that I won't share, but reiterated he was innocent. It should be known that he actually pled guilty. And in my mind, if you're innocent, you don't plead guilty, no matter what, because you know the truth. I would also state that the very educated and highly trained individuals that investigate these crimes found enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. I explained to Ronnie why I could no longer support his mission for personal and professional reasons. After that conversation, a few days later, I talked with Jacob from Chaos Divers. I explained that I felt misled for trusting Ronnie and didn't know what to do. Jacob reached out to me and told me to continue flying out there and that he would welcome me to join them in searching for missing persons and helping families. I had great experience working with Chaos Divers and was able to continue networking and building relationships with some highly trained and experienced search and rescue divers. Jacob and Lindsay showed me so much information how to read side scan sonar to further help me on my continued efforts in searching for missing persons back here in my home state. On that trip, I also had the pleasure of meeting another great search and recovery diver. Britton from Depths of History, they all welcomed me on that trip and taught me valuable information and skills that I continue to use helping families. Not only are these individuals highly trained, experienced, but I actually feel safe putting my life in their hands while I'm underwater in zero visibility, muddy waters, diving on submerged vehicles. They all have received shields, been sworn in, and have been deputized by a sheriff's office for searching bodies of water for missing persons. They are recognized SAR dive team with credibility. Lee is a very good, trustworthy friend. He's a military veteran and a scuba diver.
Okay, now this guy is from Ireland, so keep that in mind. He lives in Ireland.
From his home country that just wants to go out and help families. The point I'm making is credibility. Myself, along with Chaos Divers, Depths of History, and the Aquaventure all have credibility. Now, because I proceed to join Chaos Divers around the same time as Ronnie's March mission, some subscribers have noticed. Whether it's from negative comments and lies Ronnie gave them, I can't say to every claim he's made, but I have had people come forward to me and tell me about Ronnie attacking my character and the character of those I choose to work with to serve families. Back then, I chose not to publicize my reasons out of respect for Ronnie's family.
Okay, now I'm going to explain this for those that weren't here when we went over this. Y'all ignore my little Winifred. I don't know what the hell she's yapping out there. This here is a missing girl, 22, 23 years old. Her name is Andy Wagner. Of course, she had to have this freak's last name. Her mom's name is Elaine. Elaine, when Andy went missing, she lived in Texas. Elaine flew from Texas to Indiana when her daughter went missing.
However, recent cases and other family members have voiced concerns and allegations of misconduct that have left me irritated and upset for staying silent for over a year now. I'd like to share firsthand testimonies from a couple of other sources from their firsthand experiences of Ronnie and Brothers Underwater Recovery.
But now I'm at the point where I don't care how much help you gave my aunt. I don't care how many searches you took her to. Now you're being disrespectful. And enough is enough. So now I got a thing of notes on you so I can talk about you. that he's still using Andy's hashtags on his videos. He's way in Missouri searching for somebody else and got hashtags on his live with Andy Wagner, talking about how his phone is set up like that and it automatically does that. Yeah, Ayla, he's just saying he's just in it for the views at this point, because ever since he, like I said earlier, ever since he picked up Andy's case, we have been the ones to put the traffic onto Ronnie's YouTube page. When we first started talking to Ronnie, Ronnie didn't even have 2,000 followers. Now he's got 6,000, almost 7,000 followers on YouTube. That's Andy Wagner. That's because we've been pushing Andy's story.
So when we first met Ronnie, it was like probably April or May last year. And at first he wasn't like coming off in no type of way. He was just strictly like, at first I think he had good intentions. But so when time started going on, he was like trying to make moves on Elaine and stuff like that. So then like she used to call me and tell me like,
now remember Elaine, and this is their family, the missing girl's family. Elaine is the missing girl's mother.
He's doing this and that to her, and he's saying this and that to her, and I'm just like listening, like I'm just listening to her tell me. And then she said that she felt like if she didn't do what he wanted her to do, that he wasn't going to help her in searches anymore. And
Who
so
sexually?
he's like the only one that had a boat. Like we cannot do the water. We have no other resources. So she was playing into him to do what he wanted just so she can have help finding Andy. So I was at the dentist's office one day and she calls me and she's like, Ronnie said that we can't go on a search tomorrow, that me and you can go by ourselves. So I'm like, why is he saying that? So she told me it was because this guy named Dan that she used to date was at her house and Ronnie didn't like it. So I'm like, he's married. He has a family at home. Why is he worried about your boyfriend and like your boyfriend being at your house and stuff like that? So Ronnie was like kind of like possessive over her and like controlling, and he was having an affair with her, not because she wanted to, but because she felt like if she didn't, then we wouldn't have help. And that's really what I felt too, that if Elaine didn't do what he wanted her to do, that we wasn't going to have anybody to do the water. So she just sucked it up and just played into it. And I think that's really fucked up that he took advantage of her when she was vulnerable and depressed and grieving over her daughter, that he done what he did. So then I looked at it like he never had good intentions to begin with. Like he was only there for one reason. And now that Elaine has passed away, it just proves that.
Okay, Elaine passed away this past December, and she never got the chance to find her baby girl.
Because now that you're no longer being benefited, you don't want to help us.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep searching because you're not getting the benefits of it anymore. Like you cut contact with us because you felt bad that you pocketed at $500. And the crazy thing is he came to Elaine's candlelight at the river that we had for her. And that was days after he got the donation. He never brought it up to us like somebody trying to help y'all, anything.
Predator behavior. You're not lying. Google Ronnie Wagner. Google it.
I didn't find out he was a sex offender until Elaine's birthday.
He's a whole sex offender, y'all. I didn't even know that till after my aunt passed away. And then I found that out through somebody that was doing searches with us.
And for those that don't know, this guy has been doing searches for Sebastian Rogers. He searched for Raleigh Strain.
And I didn't even know.
Yeah, he said that his ex-wife's stepdaughter, or his ex-wife's daughter, who was 15 at the time, lied on him and set him up because the mom wanted to get back with an old boyfriend. That makes no sense to me. And I'm sorry, but I always believe a victim. I always believe a child too. And if Ronnie's still helping us, no, he's not. When he stopped being benefited, he like fell off the earth. He deleted us off social media, took our numbers off his phone. He doesn't call, nothing. Families that they've taken advantage of and said that they needed, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, when he told Tammy that his boat was messed up and he needed help and blah blah blah, his like, and she sent him that money, his boat was long tore up before that. That's the reason why he didn't go drag the lake for Andy, is because his boat was messed up. So if he was trying to insinuate that he tore his boat up looking for Jared, that's not true. His boat's been tore up. So he conned that lady out of $1,000.
And it was, if we're doing dollar for dollar, y'all, it was like a little over $1,100 that she sent Ronnie. 500 was for my aunt and her family. The rest of it was for her.
I'm so proud of these two ladies right here for reaching out and speaking up. They're the first ones to speak up, and I hope other victims see about or hear about them speaking up, you know. And I just imagine the ones we don't know about what he done to them.
Son searching in the boat, and Ronnie kept it all, put it right in his pocket.
He told Tammy we needed a room and food. And the crazy thing is, before we even left the hospital, he already had Dave on the phone paying for a hotel room for 3 nights. So how are you telling this woman we need a room and you already know we got a room? Crooked as hell.
Math is.
So that's not all of it. That's not all the information evolving Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery and his bad behavior in his criminal past. That's just a piece of it. There's more. And we know that there's more victims out there, and maybe in time they'll come forward. So far, these young ladies were brave enough to come forward and put it out there and start speaking the truth. I actually talked to them. I had a conversation with one on the phone. I was texting the other one, and then I was like, you know what? I have to do something. I have to put something out there to warn others so we can prevent further people from becoming victims of his bad behavior. You know, I mean, I want to tell you this. We're out there supposed to be helping families during their time of need, searching for the missing loved ones. You know, this guy, he's going to pick up one of these young ladies who's having a transmission problem so she can get out to the search area. He's driving, taking her 2 hours to get to the search area and saying inappropriate things, soliciting for sexual favors. Oh, he's making comments saying, oh, are your legs like a Holiday Inn? Can I come in? And she finally called him out and said, don't talk to me like that. I don't appreciate that. And what does he do? He stops driving her to the search areas to look for her family member. He didn't get what he wanted, so he basically starting to excommunicate her. That's ridiculous. This guy, Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery, he's a prime example why you guys have to really be careful on who you deal with out there. He's basically a predator. This is just a piece of the puzzle. We have
And a
another
registered
account
sex
that we're going to
offender.
talk about now. This is going to be someone who also had.
Okay, now this next guy he talks about is from Ireland. He's a diver from Ireland, just to make a little sense to it.
Some dealing with Ronnie and some of the negative things that they observed that they also want to share. This is going to be Lee, the Awkward Adventurer.
I started following Ronnie when he first was working with another dive team, and we was chatting backwards and forth, and then that ended. That relationship with the dive team ended, and I was still talking to Ronnie, and we decided to get his heads together. He told me about this mission he was doing, and I was invited over to the States to help him. And I said, yeah, of course I would. And that was called the March Mission. And we managed to raise £600 on the GoFundMe. Very kindly, the public donated and helped. So we had £600 in the kitty for me to get out there. And when we were out there, that £600 would go towards fuel because we were doing a lot.
Hey, and they raised $600 on a GoFundMe, and they paid for this guy's plane ticket from Ireland to here so he could come over here and dive.
Travel, accommodation, and some food. When I got there, after a big hype and getting out there, super excited, I spoke to Ronnie and I said, right, we've got £600 in the funds. we should be quite comfortable. The first alarm bell was, I don't have that money anymore, Lee. I'm like, what? How much?
Imagine how this dude felt when he said he didn't have that money no more. He come all the way from Ireland. And Ronnie spent this guy's GoFundMe money.
How much money do we have? And when I got out there, I was told instantly that there was no money in the GoFundMe. And I was like, what? I'm like, you're joking? Well, how are we meant to get around? Oh, we'll find somewhere. We'll get more donations, you said. And I was like, wow, what happened to that $600 or pounds? And he told me, yeah, blatantly spent it. It's gone, like kaput. And I was like, wow. And he goes, yeah, I'm due my tax credit soon. I'll put it back. He spent it on personal things, nothing to do with what we asked for. Searching, accommodation, fuel, nothing at all to do with the March mission. It went on personal bills. And then it got to the accommodation while we was down there. And there was no money for accommodation. Somebody who was with us, I'm not going to mention names or any of the drops, but someone else who was on the March mission ended up paying for accommodation, and so did a member of the public. They ended up paying for some meals for us and some accommodation. And the accommodation was, and there was 4 of us in one room, 2 beds.
It's sad because people, when they click on that button and they're taking their hard-earned money they got to work for, and say, you know what, I want to help these guys find somebody, right? I want to help these guys go help this family or these families. I mean, I can afford, like, let's just give them $100, and then you're thinking that whole $100 is going to either fill up the gas tanks for a few days, or maybe put some food on the table for them while they're busy searching, or help them get a room for a night while they're in a different area. And it's like, in reality, it's like, only if those people actually knew what was happening to that money. Now, did you want to touch on anything that was purchased with that money, like in the Walmart or anything?
I know it went on his utility bills, and while I was there, he did get his tax credits, mate. And that was never put back in the pot when I was there. And as soon as he got his tax credits, one of the main things were he told his wife that she wanted a new mobile phone. And I'm like, wow, hold on a minute. You're purchasing mobile phones, but you're not putting back the GoFundMe money that public had donated to. I was in disbelief, mate. And then he's looking to buy a drone. Yeah, and then he's like, right, let's go, look, I'm going to buy a drone. I'm going to buy a drone. I'm like, wow, charges of graphic nature towards a young female juvenile. And as you know, mate, he told me he was framed, it was a setup. And I kind of believed him for a little while. And I thought, right, that can happen. People can get set up. We've seen people get done for murder who haven't done it, done jail time who haven't done it. Well, I asked him, I questioned him, and I says, have you got any, when all this happened, did you get any restrictions or anything? No. I just took the plea because I couldn't afford legal a barrister or what a representation. I couldn't afford a legal representative, so I just took representation. The plea. And I said to him, well, where was you when all this happened then if you weren't guilty? And he told me he was at work. And the first...
There'd be a record of that then.
To me, alarm bells rang straight away. Because if you're at work and you're being charged for something, the first thing that's going to happen is the police will investigate that. The police will go to that place of work and say, can I have his rotas? Was Ronnie Dale Wagner at this place of work at this time? That would happen. That would happen automatically.
Yeah.
As soon as you say you've got an alibi, they will follow that up. So the fact that he told me at work and he still took the plea and he got charged didn't make sense to me. If you're at work, you have got an alibi there. That's a solid alibi that your work will cover you.
Yeah.
Whether you're on shift rotors, clocking cards, CCTV, you can get evidence from that to prove you're innocent.
Yeah, and a viewer actually, you know, when I was kind of gathering information, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, because I mean, I don't live over there, so I have a far amount of distance between us to talk to people face to face. But this viewer sent me screenshots of him pleading guilty on this you know, record, you know, Illinois judicial record, whatever it is. And I'm thinking to myself, that's crazy, because if you're innocent, no matter what, you know the truth because you're innocent, you're gonna fight all the way tooth and nail, even if you don't have a good public defender, you know, and even if you do get more time, at least you know you're innocent.
I am going to bring the video out myself just to clear this up. Look out for that. I will be bringing it out shortly. Don't stop there either, Corey. I'm going to go a bit further into it. Yeah, he told me he had no restrictions or nothing. And again, that was quite convincing to me. Well, why would he not have restrictions? When I was there, we was looking for a missing person, and we was round the public park area. Me and Trey was in the car together.
Like a playground for children.
It was like a pub. There was a lake in the middle.
Okay.
It was just a public park where there was some things, swing slide.
And he said me and Trey. Trey is the guy from Narked Divers, which was actually out there looking for Sebastian too over the weekend. And he also exposed Ronnie. Trey's a good dude. He was working with Ronnie, right? They find out he's a sex offender. Poor Trey, the other night, he broke down. Trey had been SA2. Could you imagine how he felt working with someone that is a registered sex offender? Oh, you're okay, Mama Bear. You can type in caps. Trey's a good dude.
At the side and things. And I turned round to Trey and I said, "What's up?" And he says, "We've got to go." And I said, "Why? This looks a hotspot. There's ramps, there's boat ramps. This looks the kind of place where if you had suicidal thoughts, you might come here because there's jokes or anything. You might have a few last words with yourself and straight in. There's several angles you can go in here. Boat ramps, straight in." And I said, "This screams out a prime hotspot." And he said, "We can't search this." And I said, "Why?" "It's a public place, no motorboats or anything." I said, "Well, we'll phone the police. Maybe the police will work with us and we can get permission. And if you tell them what we're looking for in this area, this lake, I'm sure that they might grant us permission to go ahead and scan it." But no, we can't call the police. We can't call the police. I'm like, "Why not, Trey?" It turns out Trey told me that Ronnie does have restrictions. He's not allowed in public places. And I was like, "What?" And Trey said, "Yeah, he's not allowed in a public place." So I was like, "Holy cow, the guy told me he had no restrictions." So let me get this straight. We're out searching for people. We're in public parks. And I'm with Ronnie Dale Wagner, who's got restrictions that he's not allowed in public parks. So what are we doing here? What that's like half of the mission cancelled because we can't do proper searching.
You know,
Holy cow.
It's funny though, we are finding out the more that people come forward and talk to us, the more we talk and compare our experiences with this individual, we're learning more and more, and it seems like this is becoming a pattern for him to not be honest with people, not be forthcoming with important information. And then when he is called out on this information, he just has excuse after excuse after excuse, zero accountability for his behavior and actions. And I mean, now it's to the point where it's affecting family members, you know, where they are falling victim by using his help to look for their missing loved ones, and that's terrible, taking advantage of them. That's crazy. We're supposed to be there for the family. We're supposed to be the voice of that family. We're supposed to help them in their time of need. While this person had a great opportunity to help families in need, they instead chose to misappropriate funds, solicit grieving family members for sexual favors, be disrespectful to those family members, be dishonest to those family members, and abandon them and their search efforts to ambulance chase the next hot story for the sole purpose to grow while still using the hashtags of that missing loved one that they are no longer searching for, just to continue gathering that person's viewers and traffic. Here's my question. Why do they need to go to the next hot story when there are already other search teams and resources being utilized on that mission? They simply want to just stand in the limelight to get a quick audience, then jump on the next hot story to repeat the process. In the end, you have to ask yourself, are they in it for helping the families or just for helping themselves? The point of this video, to share my frustrations, potentially protect future grieving family members from Ronnie Brothers Underwater Recovery and his associates, and share some additional things supporters may want to look into before making donations in the future. Who is volunteering or reaching out asking to support you? References. Basic personal information, first name, last name, where they're from, what is their business, a nonprofit organization. Some red flags could be, do they hesitate to refuse to provide information? How long have they been doing this work? Are they affiliated with any organizations, local law enforcement, county partnerships with other similar search teams? Do they have any certifications, training? Are they deputized? Do they have any credentials whatsoever that's recognized by anybody? Basic social media Google. You can example, if somebody's doing some kind of sale on some maybe Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, maybe you want to look up that person before you just meet them in a private area to make that transaction. So you're doing searching on them, trying to find something so you could be wary of their character. You could check Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok. Understand people may have social media accounts, many of them, or know how to go about searching the internet. Ask yourself, maybe if you can't find something.
Also, because he's not allowed to have social media, you know, registered sex offenders aren't. Wonder whose name his YouTube's in, because it's monetized as fuck.
Maybe a younger generation in your family could help. Kids, nieces, nephews, even a neighbor can help you research somebody, just so you feel like you're knowing who you're going to be dealing with. You feel a little bit more safer working with this person. You feel a little bit more trust. Exchange of funds. Are they asking or requiring you to spend money to multiple accounts that don't seem linked to them personally or their organization? Do they have multiple PayPal accounts? Ask for receipts, confirmation, where funds are sent and for what purpose. If you're spending money so they can get a hotel room, make sure that they're actually following through with it. Get a receipt. That way they're not going to
And I agree with this. And I'm getting ready to ask Seth Rogers for a receipt because I didn't donate cash. I bought a T-shirt, but the proceeds went to Seth. And if you ever donate money to anybody like this, you as a donor have 100% right to ask what your money's going to. I'm going to ask Seth Rogers to prove to me where my money went. I would like to see proof of what he paid for his PI. That's my right. Anybody's right that donates. Transparency.
To force everybody to be in one hotel room while they pocket the money to buy a new cell phone at Walmart. Maybe see if you can get a copy of those bills. If you are donating, how much of your money is actually going to what you intended? If you donate $100, is that whole $100 going to what you intended, or maybe only $5 of it while they pocket the rest for their own intentions? When in doubt, in the end, just go with your gut. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. I just want you guys to be protected, and I want you guys to be safe. I myself have had someone go missing in my lifetime, and it was a very, very bad time in my life. It was a very, very sad chapter. We were all very vulnerable, losing a loved one in a body of water. I'm looking out for you guys. You guys are family members suffering the loss of a loved one. It is terrible. I totally understand it. I wish we could go out and find every single person that's lost. The least we can do is try and hope we can bring some of them home. Thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you guys for supporting the amazing people that I work with. Please be careful out there with who you trust and who wants to help you. But there are going to be some dangerous people out there and some people who do take advantage of others. Thank you, everybody. Please take care and be safe.
How do I say this? In it for the right reasons. Law enforcement starts working with us and, you know, being professional about what you're doing. I'm trying to say this right so I don't call people out that need to be called out. But anyway, if you're in it for the wrong reasons is why it gives people like us a bad name.
That's the registered sex offender speaking. Ronnie Dale Wagner from Illinois. Brothers Undercover or Underwater Recovery is his YouTube channel. And I'm actually going to go over here and play a little bit of one of his lives just to show you. Just watch.
Bring CJ on right now. Hey, CJ, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Oh, not doing too bad.
Yeah.
So, if you would, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing.
Lately, we've been going down searching for Sebastian Rogers, trying to do whatever we can as a community, as a team, just trying to do whatever we can, bring awareness, search, uncover, you know, whatever we can to try and help find answers for the family and try and find this baby boy.
Right. We appreciate that. You know, we can't get down there, but you're boots on the ground, you're in the woods, you're searching, you know, waterways and everything like that. You know, we're gonna go down Saturday morning and be down there until Sunday evening. You know, we've got some other things that we can search with that you guys can't. Right. We can search waterways. We can search underwater.
Somebody asked if CJ could see the chat.
CJ, can you see the chat, bud?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, we have boat sonar, have wrecks, you know, different things like that, and I think it's going to be a big help. So Oh, one thing, guys. Reason you don't see Narc Divers on here is he had to work late and he has slept in. Yes, Misty, we are in contact with Seth. Thank you for asking that.
This is what CJ's been wanting, boots and boats.
See, Taylor, we're fixing to go down there and see what we can do to help. You know, you guys, it's not a guarantee that we're going to find anything. We're just
Pretty
gonna get
much,
with
Cat's
Seth
Eye. Pretty
and,
much.
His PI,
This is where it all conspires.
and see if he's got any place of concern that he wants checked as far as waterways. Anything that I can send Rex out on to check, you know, for him or whatever. And just because we're going doesn't mean that this is going to be a recovery.
Mark W. said if you need any help with hotel rooms, happy to help.
With what?
Motel rooms. Mark W.
Mark, if you would, buddy, message me on my Facebook page, Brothers Underwater Recovery. That would be great. What's up, Ron? Ron, you gonna be able to make it, buddy? Yeah, if you
I
guys
can't either,
would,
Victoria.
light up the
Fuck
chat
this
with them
show.
green hearts. Sebastian would love that. So CJ, I'll let you talk a little bit. I can get my going. I just got a bunch of stuff done and got this going. So.
Oh, you're good. I'm busy doing something special here, real quick.
Okay.
1 second.
Let's see.
Let's see. There we go. There we go. Just a
CJ,
little help for you. Just a little
CJ
help
sent
for
him
you.
$100 super
just a
chat
little
just
help
now.
to try and get you to that goal, man.
So about that goal, I don't know from this morning if anybody's donated to Trey. As far as I knew from this morning, we was right at $400. So what I want to do is, if you guys can, we're going to try to raise $800, and then I'm shutting the donations off. So with your $100, that makes it right at $500. So thank you, CJ.
You're welcome.
Really
You're
do
welcome.
appreciate that, buddy.
You're welcome. And thank you for all that you're doing too.
Yeah, we don't really need no thank you, but appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, we do it out of the kindness of our heart, just like you do. You know, we're not out there trying to be heroes or nothing like that. You know that. Kib Cat, really do appreciate that. I'm gonna write this down, guys. Anyway, we're gonna bring. I don't know if I'm gonna bring my air up boat.
There we go. Good job.
J2,
Look at
thank
that.
you.
Nice.
King, appreciate that. Really do, guys.
Somebody said cash app it, guys. YouTube money all the
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Woo!
Bird, Gary.
Dang.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with this. Okay. That's crazy. So with the, you know as well as I do, with the doing the super chats and all that kind of stuff, LG Rescue and Samantha, thank you guys.
There you go. Look at that. Wow, everybody. That's
now
beautiful.
going across the screen is our PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. With the, I was trying to get it out before everybody started doing this.
Whoa.
Alicia, Leah.
And another Cash App, Mark says too.
Mark W., which one did you send that to? If you don't mind me asking. If it's Trey's, I don't know what it is or anything about it. Yeah, I can't get a hold of him. He's sleeping. Anyway, when you Cash App it, Venmo it, PayPal, we get it right then. With the super chats and things like that, we don't get that for a whole month.
By my calculations, you're not 900.
I think we're there. Is it 925? All right, shut it down, guys. Please don't donate no more. If we're there, please stop donating. I really do appreciate you guys. That's going to make
Wow.
our trip. And that is awesome.
Yes. Awesome. Community.
It's fine because, I mean, we're going to be able to take care of it. I get paid tomorrow. Trey gets paid tomorrow. So we're going to be able to take care of it. But with you guys helping, it helps us not to have to take it away from our families, you know, to go down there. We are going to be using some of our money. Don't get me wrong. But it's 100% go.
And remember, they're taking the RSO one is the one that has brothers above his head. They're getting all these cash or super chats and stuff, but they don't get paid for this until next month. You know what I mean? And let this motherfucker strike my channel. Let him. Come on, buddy, because that's going to send you to prison. I'm sorry, Cat's Eye. I'm sorry. It happens. Exactly, Kasha. Exactly. First thing, start out the money.
Bro.
Yep.
We're going.
Community, baby.
Boom, baby.
Do what?
Somebody said, is that enough for y'all for food too?
We'll feed ourselves. I mean, that's for gas for 3 vehicles, gas in the boat.
Here goes he's sad fishing.
Getting there back, motel, you know, all that stuff. You guys are awesome. CJ, you are awesome, brother. You've been down there day in, day out, searching for this young boy that shouldn't be in this predicament.
Yeah. Shouldn't at all. Yeah.
You know, and okay, guys, we just got a PayPal for $10, but we're done. I mean, you guys are great. Awesome. We're not here to make money. That's not what this is about. We do not want to get a whole bunch of money made off of this at all.
I'll be getting all my gear up and searching too, y'all.
Is he coming?
Oh, no, ask him. That's what he just posted. I'll be getting all my gear up and searching too, y'all.
Dirty Mag Yackers, are you coming, buddy? Very soon. Like, you coming Saturday or?
I'm gonna try to get there.
Jeff. Thank you, buddy. Hey, CJ is great. He's really
That's
cool.
That's a good one, Jeff. That's a good one, Jeff. I give you props for that.
He said he'll be in touch.
I'll give
All
you
right,
props.
sounds good, brother. If you'll message my Facebook page, Brothers Underwater Recovery, then I'll give you my phone number. CJ, a lot of these people on here come from your channel, and I really do appreciate you and them. you know, you got anything you want to say to them, or?
It's just community supporting community that then in turn is going to support another community, man. It's the recycle of love is what it is. And
Well, he'll be there.
Sounds awesome.
yeah, that's what it's about, man. It's about community.
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do. And that's what we're trying to do is take the support from the community and put it out to another community. And then in turn, it goes to another one. It's that paying it forward thing, whether it's energy, financials, or effort. That's what it's all about. That's why we do what we do. And I appreciate you, man. I really do.
Georgia here too. Yeah, so Dirty Magyackers, if you guys want to go check his channel out, Holly, if you could put his link up and CJ's link on here. People, you know, you guys that's not subscribed to CJ, please go subscribe to him. I mean, recycle the love. I like that.
It's gonna be a big weekend, man. I feel it.
I think it is.
I feel it. There's so much energy going around.
He's gone.
Who?
CJ.
CJ ain't gone. He's right here on the screen.
Look at my screen.
You look froze. Am I moving on your screen?
Yeah, you're talking. I don't know.
No, it's froze.
Hello.
Can everybody see CJ?
Hello.
Moving around and talking. I don't know what to do.
Turn your stuff sideways.
It went all the way back.
Oh yeah, it went back to the beginning. On.
Hello.
Yeah, she's over on the phone reading comments. My wife, and
Hey, in all fairness though,
said,
YouTube has been crazy buggy.
I'll let you do it. Restart it. Just
all the comments are going through. It won't let me watch the video.
Yeah, completely back it out. YouTube's been screwing up lately.
Big time, especially today.
Yeah, super bad.
It went like a really small picture, and then it took him out. And
her phone didn't like you, CJ.
Yeah, some people don't.
Giveaway suggestions, signed yellow golf found today. Oh, so the yellow golf ball or green golf ball that you found today, they're wanting you to give it away. Why don't you tell them where it went?
Oh, who was wanting me to give it away?
Somebody up here.
No, I kept the one that I got, and then I gave the other one that I found. It was like a faded neon green, like in the sun, how it fades.
Big Gar said it.
No,
so
I gave it to them, to the grandparents.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, they sought me out. I was doing one of my searches over in Drake's Creek, kind of going over some parts that I missed, and kind of wanted to go over again. And I was out there in the middle of the woods, and there was two people standing outside there, and they were like, CJ, and I was like, oh crap. And then they were like, we're Sebastian's grandparents, and I was like, oh gosh, and then it just hit you, and I was like, wow, what a moment, to
my husband and I own a dive shop in Michigan. Please let me know if you need any supplies. I can send them. Thank you for helping find this baby boy.
CJ or JC, the only thing that I can think of that I need is I've got an OTS face mask and the little slide on the side that holds your camera and your dive light. We could use one of those.
They'll message your Facebook page. We can give them an address.
Yeah, if you will message my Facebook page, we'll give you an address and my phone number. You can talk to me or whatever, and then we can get all your information on your dive shop.
I better see CJ in the water. CJ dive for Sebastian. Somebody give you super chat and wrote that.
No, that's not my specialty.
Oh, you keep hanging out with me, brother. It might become your specialty.
What about the valve for air, Ronnie?
The valve for air. I have one. Trey can use it anytime he wants.
Jay-Z said we have time. I'll have my husband get one out.
That would be awesome. Where'd she say they were from?
Michigan.
Michigan. Oh, that's way too far out of the way. I was gonna say we could meet them like on the way up there or something, but not in Michigan. That's the opposite way. Want to make a road trip, CJ?
Where at? I make plenty
Michigan.
of road trips. Michigan? What's up in Michigan?
The
buddy?
piece that
Okay, that's all I'm gonna play on that one. Hi, Alina. Sorry if I say your name wrong. Okay, this channel here is Nonsense. If y'all don't know her, Nonsense on the Web. Becky, I know she's not going to mind me using this. She's doing a hell of a job exposing these fucks. I said it right? Oh, finally. I'm Hillbilly, and I usually butcher names. Okay, we're going to go over some of her life. I love her. Well, she used to not like me. I don't know if she still does or whatever, you know, but like last night I was apologizing to people that needed it. And yeah. But I know she won't mind anybody using, you know, just don't play it. But I don't care to play the sex offenders because what's he going to, if he strikes me and his channel's not in his name, and yeah, I got you, dude. Try me. Okay, I want to start this CJ guy. Let's see here. Let me speed it up a little bit.
Decided to take panel over at Brittany J's last night, and you're going to hear what will be Sheila. Oh, go ask Alice. ASDFJKL. Curious AF. Sparrow. Twist. KNS. Peppermint D. Brandy Britt. The deflection, the chaos that CJ, and you're going to hear what he had to say. So we're going to work ourselves from most recent back, and most of this will be focused on CJ, the distractions, the deflection, the chaos that CJ from CJ's crime concepts creates, and those
Watch this, y'all.
Hey, Jen.
It's crazy, ain't it, SRB?
Okay, we're ready to go. Buckle up, y'all, because you guys are going to love this one. All right, we're at the 29-minute mark. This is when CJ comes up.
This is on allegedly with Brittany J's channel.
This falls under fair use. This is based on my opinion of the BS that they do out here publicly. This is for entertainment and educational purposes on how much the exploitation of these victims is done by YouTube creators like these people. We will be pausing and doing all the things, of course.
That's like in my car, like falling all over the place.
I'm gonna have to move that stuff. Right. Poor Nana.
I'm gonna speed it up. Okay. And then I'll slow it down.
Sorry, y'all. Let me embarrass my damn self. No, there's a power strip under my desk. And it's the dumbest thing I could have ever done. I plugged my lamp. It's got my lamp, my laptop charger, all of that plugged up to it, and I'll kick it with my foot, and like it'll just go dark in here, completely dark.
Thank you, Pete.
Can you guys hear me yet? Yes, we can hear you. Oh my God, I'm not a bumblebee anymore. So it totally was you. I guess because I couldn't get you guys. Thank you, girl. That's a really good idea. Anyway, poor guy's being shredded. Oh, let me tell you. It's like everyone's pro Katie.
Oh yes, revival. It's all coming up. You're gonna hear it all. Don't worry. That's why my camera's off for a minute. But you'll see.
Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. Oh, okay. I plugged my headset in. I had it unplugged to make sure I wasn't buzzing, but I plugged it in. Loud and clear.
Duchess, hey love. It's good to see you. I'm trying to get everybody to play the sex offenders. I can't even think. I get so mad over this stuff. Cooper's thing he done, expose. And Duchess, I love you and thank you for last night. I slept really good, actually. And mods, like I said, could you drop Nonsense's link and Duchess for me, please? And thank you. But watch this sick shit that they do to Nonsense. And like I said, Nonsense, I mean, I've heard her drag me before, you know, and she had reasons to. She didn't even like me, you know. But last night when she told me she had a different respect for me, you know, that kind of meant a lot. Because I took accountability for how I treated parents in a missing child's case. You're welcome, Duchess. And if y'all haven't too, Duchess, we had a live. I was on Duchess last night. Go and watch her live from last night. If mods can find that live from last night, y'all go watch that too. It's a good one. We got to be the change, y'all, to stop all this bullshit. Just watch this, though. Just watch this CJ fuck. CJ, I don't give a fuck. Come at me, bro. Little ET looking at.
Loud and clear. Yeah, let me turn the mic setting down. Okay. Sorry. Nana, say something.
No, you're good.
Nana, say hello. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I got you. Hello. Okay.
And y'all know this Nana's Dragonfly that's always on Brittany's panel. She mods for sharing stuff, and I actually like this lady. And it really bothers me, you know, because Nana don't deserve this. Nana's a good one, in my opinion, which I don't watch BJ, but I don't know if Nana acts out over there, but I just don't want her to get caught up in this if she's not been in the shenanigans, you know?
So real quick, Miss O has been a member for 12 months. She said, whoop, whoop, my first anniversary. I adore you. I love you. And can I just give a shout out to Miss O? It's 5 a.m. where she's at. I mean,
And hey, y'all, can BJ strike me on this even though I'm playing Nonsense's live of it? Because I called that, yeah, I called you out, Brittany, on my community post, didn't I? And of course, you had to go and make a live. What was it? She titled that this morning. You know that bitch don't do lives in the morning. Drama, 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 BJ. Oh, said virtue singling or whatever, you know, I can't fucking talk. So, but if that was me and you think I was doing that, fuck you, Brittany. Fuck you.
thank you. Seriously, I love you. I appreciate it.
Very,
All
very
right,
touchy
membership. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to CJ. You did a great job again today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for all you do. I even spent my 15-minute break on you.
Thank you for all you do promoting and registered sex offender. Yeah, great look, huh? We'll get into all that.
Oh.
It was only 15 minutes, but I got you when I got home.
Well, thank
Hey, Ines, you guys, I've realized I've missed some of these things coming in recently. If I've missed you and not thanked you,
Good to see you. Membership, yes. First it was
nobody gives a shit about your membership gifts. At least I don't. I could care less.
PayPal and Cash App. Now that I don't really say much about that, my memberships are an issue. So next, I don't know, let's say I do without memberships. And the next thing will be
This is a true dry bag. Nobody's talked about that. I have heard. I've never talked about her having gifted memberships. I don't care. It's the way she goes about doing it all. Just like this once again. It's the whole fucking way she goes about it.
be breathing entirely. So anyway, thank you, Muffy Donovan, for giving a membership. Welcome to the great team who I was gifted. So how's it going, CJ? Are you been
Well,
on the ground?
I'm just there since they're watching your show. They might not want to keep saying shit because one of their little groups is the one that gave somebody some false information. So they might want to shut up.
I would suggest you probably watch the veiled threats that you're about to make, but go ahead, let's go. And I don't know who he's addressing right at this moment because
Now remember, Nonsense has been calling out Brittany. I've stayed out of it because I have a soft spot for Brittany, you know, because I don't know why, but I do. And because she used to not always be like this. She used to be with Natasha Cooper in the day, and that's where I know her from. And then she started her own channel.
I'm not a part of any groups. I stand on my own. You notice that there's not all these live streams firing up to defend Nonsense because I stand very firm with my Islanders. I don't need people to run in and white knight for me and take up for me. And I don't need to panel hop and try to get everybody on my side. That's not how I work. That's never how I ever worked.
Just saying.
Ooh, what
Because
happened?
I just know a hell of a lot. So
Oh,
they need to quit talking because
Yeah.
it'll just be good for them. I'm doing good. I'm just
I think I
tired.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know. They just
Oh
need to
wow.
stop. Yeah, they just need to stop. Otherwise, you know, it'll come.
It's
But
been absolutely awful for us, y'all. I know you've been getting it,
I
CJ.
know.
I heard
Well,
CJ was getting some more today.
exactly what will come, CJ? What will come? I don't know who you're threatening here, but what's going to come? By the way, for any of you in the back that can't unplug your ears, go check my background. I ran it on my own on live stream. Go check when I showed my fingerprint card.
I remember when Nonsense done that. She's totally transparent. Molly Golightly docs Nonsense to 90,000 people. You think she gives a fuck about any of these people?
What are you going to do, big boy? Talk some more trash that you can't back up?
Hey, I've been getting it. Yeah, everybody. It's just not. I mean, look, these same
everyone's
people.
they need to
everyone's in
stop.
a pissy mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's in a pissy mood after what happened yesterday. That they're going for anyone and everyone that has any boots on ground or has had any searching or has been, helping Seth or whichever way. CJ, I have seen the bullshit and it pisses me off because you are out there and you're doing, really hard work trying to find Sebastian. But these people just want to twist everything. I'm telling you, Misery Loves Company.
I
These are some really miserable people.
Good for you. Jonathan, do you also love Brothers Underwater Recovery, who's a registered sex offender that CJ promoted?
Even before that, though, Sarah, like the people are up in arms, but it's even before people who, before the stuff with Seth happened yesterday, it's been ongoing. And I
have a second stick up for, excuse me.
Remember, Brittany cries anytime anybody looks or body shames her or anything. She cries, they're making fun of my body and blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, Brittany. And I canceled my membership with you, bitch.
Word. I had to stick up for CJ.
You guys can play with these people all you want. You know they're not going to hurt my feelings. So let them look like the fools they are. Let them commentate. Feel free.
It was yesterday because I'm like, y'all are putting him in danger. Like, stop. Because, they kept bringing up the Chris threatening him because he's going to go on the pod. They won't let that.
Putting him in danger. Oh, here we go again.
No.
Put him in danger, right? Katie can't even stay in her own home because she's in danger. And she's there alone because Chris has to work. Katie can't work. She's got no income. So of course she's going to go with her husband.
And I'm like, you guys need to stop. He's respectful. He's not like that. That's not what he's doing. He's out there looking for Sebastian. He's not trespassing. He's not trying to harm anyone. But y'all are going to get him harmed.
They need to back off. I'm just letting them know they need to back off because I'm in the battle of information and I know a hell of a lot more on them than they can ever get on me. So they need to stop before they lose some shit. And I'm just firing some flares because.
Okay, you're firing flares, huh? Who are you giving this warning shot to? Because frankly, you ain't gonna do shit to me. Let's get that clear. I'm not the one you're gonna play with or threaten out here, little bitch. Truthfully, straight up, probably the stupidest thing you could do. And by the way, pull all of the information you want to pull. Pull everything. It's already been done. You forget. Molly Golightly handed off my background information to anybody and everybody. Veda Jade has a whole file. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Got a question? Ask away. But you ain't gonna intimidate me or threaten me.
Because it's getting annoying. And
yeah,
I know a hell of a lot. Yeah,
because they were
quite a
trying to
bit
click
about
up with you. I've seen this one person that was trying to click up with you, and then they've been in your chat being nice, and now they're trashing on you. I'm like,
Yep.
That's not me.
I want to say this real quick, just please, before I forget. It's the very people who are saying that they accuse other people. It's the very group of people that accuse creators of turning cases into shit shows and saying that people make it a circus. But it's actually those creators that are saying that are the ones that are actually creating the circus. If you think about it, I'm gonna say the anti-tragedy type people, you guys cause more shit.
And just remember, Brittany Joe has this live #Sebastian, hashtag Sebastian. Have we heard about Sebastian yet?
And drama than anybody on this platform.
They just might not want to be
the ones
too
that are talking. Right, look, the ones that are coming.
CJ's over here making all these veiled threats like he is somebody. By the way, Blowhorn Betty called me on the phone and made a veiled threat too. Ask her how that worked out for her.
For you and me, because I'm on your panel, and CJ and Pascal and Trev, just all of you guys. Okay. Oh, you're over here talking about the parents, blah blah blah. Well, what are they doing? Lo and behold, they're trashing Seth. Same people.
I've never heard.
I've been seeing.
Yeah, I haven't heard the Proudfoot trash like I have Seth today. The things I heard being said about Seth today.
Never.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. We haven't said anything completely horrible.
The things she's heard about Seth, Could you imagine what Katie's going through? Seth is your fucking money cow, BJ. I'll never fuck with you again, girl. I don't care. You can drag me, talk about me, or whatever I want. Your son is the one that ended up on the fucking internet on your YouTube butt naked twerking in the camera, bitch. Get off the internet and fucking take care of your kids.
About Chris or Katie. They were saying that Seth needed his ass beat and everything. It was horrible stuff. It's not okay. It's horrible. But real quick, Alma gifted 10 memberships, and then she gifted 20, and she said, I guess we're all going to hell. So with that being said, Alma, thank you. I appreciate it. That me getting memberships does something to
I haven't heard anybody complain.
disrespect Sebastian's case.
Except for when you're in there trying to get a gifted membership for Seth, the parent of a missing child. That's cringe as fuck.
I just don't get that.
They're just mad that they don't get the support that we get because we're about a different vibe.
Right.
We're gonna talk about the support you get and the support you give, CJ. We're gonna talk about that and your big boots on the ground. Don't worry.
It's gotta be. I mean,
Well, that's what it is. And if they knew that I knew what I know about them, they wouldn't be saying the shit that they're saying. Right now, I'm being cool giving them 150. I could have came out with shit a week ago.
It's just in my back pocket.
Really? Yep. Oh, it is.
He's giving us 150, friends. This is CJ.
Now, ain't he such a big tough guy threatening women? Such a tough guy. Just wait, it gets worse.
Is 150 veiled threats and a little crybaby bitch boy. Cool.
It's always in my back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is I don't have to peep a word. It's all their own words, and they're contradicting themselves. And I already have all of the stuff to show it. So I've been throwing out some flares. You know what I mean? They ain't talking about me very much, and they better not. But
Or else what? What?
Okay, and I do want to clarify on what I said about BJ and her son. That really hurt me emotionally and stuff to see that, and it really fucked me up. And I let my emotions take over, and I blurred out because I seen it. And I put a full filter over it, but I did call her out on it on YouTube. I should have never put the video on there, but you cannot see nothing but her filthy house. I did do that, and I've apologized to her a long time ago for it, and it still eats me alive to this day that I've done that to a child. At the time, I let my emotions overrun me. But I didn't put a naked child on the internet, BJ.
But I'm telling you right now, I don't like it when bullies attack my friends because I feel like they're attacking me, and I go at them with the same ferocity that I do myself. So they need to chill the F out, because pretty soon, if they keep going on this, boy, you're way up there with your ego, but it's a mighty fall when you fall all the way down.
Mm-hmm. I don't think my ego is the one that needs checked there, CJ. I'm not out here making veiled threats or anything. We're talking about your behavior, who you promote, and how you exploit a missing child for clicks and views and building your channel.
Mighty fall.
That's so true.
Yeah, I know one in particular is planning on focusing on you next.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, good. Oh, is it Lady Ladude?
Oh, here we go. And of course, Sarah's talking about me now. Thank you, Wee, for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
Did y'all hear what he just called nonsense? Lady Ladude.
So much. Here we go. Buckle up, friends. And those of you that know me know that this isn't going to bother me, but this is going to offend some of you. So please be mindful of that, because you guys are more protective of me than I am of myself at times.
I wonder.
No, it's
Dude looks like a lady.
Okay, I need to know who that is.
The girl that cakes that. I don't wear makeup. Whatever that's.
So he's talking about me. This girl right here. The girl that.
Look how beautiful she is.
Well, you look at
She's
my face.
beautiful.
Put on your face to like blend your skin in.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that.
Foundation.
Foundation. The lady that puts on way too much foundation.
Okay, so he's talking about me. There ain't no filter on this. There's no fucking foundation on this face. Not 1 second. And by the way, I'm all female. But let's keep going, because it's going to get way worse.
Oh, I don't.
She tries to cover it up.
And let's say this very clearly. Even if I was transgender, what the fuck does it matter? You transphobic piece of garbage. Show us who you really are, CJ, because you're going to give everybody a perfect display while condoning and buddying up with an RSO.
And it's not working too good.
I lost
But
CJ. Gotcha.
What you'd have to see. Well, if you saw her, I mean, she comes on camera sometimes, and when you see her, you're like, whoa,
Right,
Aerosmith, she's a fucking
HP?
lady.
Right? She's
And
beautiful
dude, like,
naturally.
for real. Like, I mean, I'll show you a picture.
He just thinks of me like Aerosmith. Dude looks like a lady.
And then with how angry she is, I thought,
Okay. All right. For those of you that
was
think that they might be talking about somebody else, go check the chat. Brittany's going to pin a comment here in a minute that proves what I'm talking about.
frustrated at the world because she didn't have a release, and then all of a sudden I seen her husband pop in, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess you're not doing what you're supposed to do, buddy.
By the way, Kyle, my Kyle, he would just laugh at you because he's actually a man with a real job that goes out and works every fucking day for his family. He's a real man. He would hurt your feelings if he actually paid attention or gave a shit enough about you.
There's, the frustration can build up, and then they get upset or whatever. I hope she comes after me because then, this is going to be fun. Please do.
CJ.
Please do. I can't wait because the more she says about me, the more it's going to screw her. Huh? Oh, I can't wait. When's this supposed to come out? Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
When's this supposed to come out? You're getting your hot seat right now.
Good.
And remember, this is Sebastian Live. If you can see, it says day 56 of Sebastian missing. Latest events transpired. And they ain't even talk about Sebastian once yet.
Good.
I just need people to stop. Like,
because I know so much about her. Oh.
One or two.
Go ahead.
What do you know about me? What do you know about me, CJ? What do you know? Go ahead and spin all the lies you want. Feel free. Spin away.
Hold on 1 second. Let me look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's Lady Ledude. The first one is Lady
Yes.
Ledude. Yeah, that's
I knew
that's
it. I knew it.
That's
I knew
Lady
it.
Ledude. Yeah, that's Lady Ledude.
I
And
knew
then
it.
her husband pops in, and I'm like,
I
bro,
thought
you
this
ain't
kinda
doing
looked
what
like
you're
a
supposed to do, bro. You got to figure out something.
Lady
I'm sorry.
Ledude.
If your
I love it.
if your lady is that frustrated, it's on you, bro. Like, it's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you.
His words
I'm sure he's happy she's taking it all out on everyone else. Not
Yeah.
him. Shit.
And then the other one, I don't know.
Trust me, Kyle is treated very.
Do y'all remember Molly Golightly lost her whole channel almost to 100,000 subs for this same shit? Talking about trans and all that. Y'all remember that? That's what Molly lost her channel for.
Very well. Yesterday, I spent all day baking Kyle treats, a cheesecake, cinnamon rolls, banana bread brownies with brown butter frosting. When's the last time any of you dumb bitches have taken care of your man?
I don't know how that would even work between her and her husband. I'm not sure.
And I'm not talking to the chat. I'm talking to these idiots right here.
I would want it.
I don't know how that works between her and her husband.
Lord, that's me, Happy Melancholy. Lord have mercy.
I can hear you.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Nana?
Okay, at least Nonsense has a handsome husband, works his ass off for her, absolutely adores her. They got their own house. They just got a really nice house they moved to recently. BJ's husband don't even work, and they live with her mother-in-law, allegedly.
Oh my God, look what Happy Melancholy said. Do you see what Happy Melancholy said?
What?
Happy Melancholy. Look what she said. Oh my
Right,
God.
Jaded.
Look, Sarah.
You got to feel bad for Lady Leduc, though. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, I listen. I know how hard it is.
When that said Contessa on the Contessa, that's what they call Nonsense, and she gives no fucks, y'all. No fucks about none of these people. She come from the Katie Joy community, if that tells you anything. She gives no fucks.
For a woman, I know. I hear all the stories about it. I'm glad I don't have that problem. But it's
What
like,
problem?
damn, lady. It's like, damn, lady. Like, there's other ways to fix that. You know what I mean? There's other ways to fix that.
Fix what? What am I supposed to be fixing here? You're talking about my look, saying like I look like a dude, being transphobic as hell. What are you trying to get me to fix? Just wait.
Listen, guys, honestly, we're about to get into it, but to be fair, we've been taking y'all. I've shared just a fragment of what I've been going through with these people. So,
When are they supposed to talk about me tomorrow? Because I can't wait. I'll get my shit ready tonight. I'll get my shit ready tonight.
Who would have thought I should have just went to CJ to begin with?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. These people, they have no idea what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? Like, I get information.
No idea what you're capable of. Another veiled threat.
Transphobia
Hear the
and veiled
threat?
threats towards a female who's calling you out on your bitch boy behavior. Okay, cool. That's a you thing again, not a me thing. Sounds like you're really insecure.
Like
Well,
this on every single
you
person
can
that I
ask
run
Britt.
into.
I
You know?
already got some inside information. No one would believe I got. So
You gonna call my daddy too, Sarah? You gonna call my mommy? What you gonna do? He didn't get any inside information. I ran my full fucking background on live in front of everybody when I was stopped. The only thing that I have in my background is a bankruptcy. Why you want to play dirty games? I could care.
Hey, Casey K. Good to see you. Casey, aren't you from Benny's channel? Because I seen you last night over at Duchess's. Isn't that you? She loves when people call her Contessa. Oh, I thought it was, Casey. Good to see you, love.
Care less about you, especially Sarah. You're just a dumb mouth that doesn't even know what's coming out of it. Brittany, I could care less about her personal. Why are you digging into mine? Why are you worried about my personal life? Because I'm talking about the words you put online. Keep showing yourself.
Yeah. No, there's another one too.
that's for legal purposes, of course.
Yeah.
Is it her no more?
But yeah,
The other one I call her Gammy. No,
they make it too easy.
One of them can't chase you, and the other one's a toothpick. So please,
Well, then there's one that can't pronounce words to save her life.
it's easy to talk behind a microphone. Say it to somebody's face, and it's a different story. I don't think her husband would come to me and say that shit. I guarantee you that.
My Kyle would absolutely say it to your face after he helped you back up off the floor.
Her husband is fucking fit and 3 times the size of CJ. And a real woman would never allow a little punk bitch man to sit on their panel and degrade another woman like this and support the transphobic or whatever it's called. I'm probably saying it wrong, but yeah.
Floor. Absolutely. In fact, you're lucky I'm doing this without him here, because otherwise he don't take kindly to this, but he knows that I can handle my own. Keep on though.
And hi, Brittany and CJ, if you're here, I don't give a fuck no more.
I'm man enough now.
Too far away. You know what I'm saying? I'm there every single day. Come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Come talk to me.
I'm sorry, Justice
Jarhead
Jarhead Jane said I'm about to get her written up. I'm sorry. It's CJ's fault. All right, like in all seriousness though, like it's got to stop. This stuff's got to stop. Or you know what? If you don't, I promise you, and y'all, we're about to get into it, but I promise you that if something doesn't, if something's got to get, there are people that will do this back and forth with you. We're not it.
You wouldn't even been mentioned today had this not happened. And talking about CJ, this was perfect intro. You're welcome.
That's not what we're interested in. That's not what we're here to do. But see, they got to use our name and go after us because it brings them numbers. I proved that yesterday.
Oh, she proved that. You know what? Thank you for the views. Thank you.
The hypocrisy of this bitch.
Sandra, I would have thank you so much for becoming a member and for the super chat. I was on the fence because they were so upset about people shaming her about her looks. Why, bitch? Why? Just wait. She'll admit that I don't do that.
I showed y'all. You know, when somebody goes
nonsense, don't look shame
to 1,200 to and 3,000 per.
Again, I talk about all sorts of stuff. It varies on my views. Nobody gives a shit. Truthfully, I sure as hell don't. But if you want to thank you for the views because people can't stand you, thanks.
Or you know, it's a shame. You can walk proud with your head
up. I know
it does. Talk trash about somebody to get big numbers. It's sick. It's sick.
I can't wait.
And then has the gall to put the hotline for somebody who sells, you know, who is self-harm, scared of.
It's called suicide.
Right, Lady Lolo. Why every single one of them on panel doesn't have their camera on?
It's called the suicide hotline. You're so immature you can't even talk about it in the correct terms. It's called suicide.
They're going to self-harm. They got the hotline in their description.
I sure as hell do. Yep, I absolutely do. Because the way you push victims that are going through their tragic times, yep, I do. And there's many people in this country every single day dealing with mental health struggles. Absolutely, I do.
All they do is trash people and push them to that point.
Oh, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait till they make their videos. This is going to be so fun. Because they have no idea what I have on.
To be honest.
What do you have on me, CJ? Show us. Because guarantee if Molly Golightly could have found a goddamn thing, Spanky or LB, that would have been out there. She even had her, what's his name? The world's most dangerous man go through my background check. Yeah, we've shown all that too. What do you got on me? Because you don't got shit. I'm employed. My husband owns a business. It's licensed and insured. People already tried to fuck with that. That's already been dealt with. My kids aren't content. I don't use them for content. My 21-year-old daughter comes in here occasionally. What do you got? Because he ain't got shit. Because Kyle or I, neither one have backgrounds. We don't do shit. We struggle like the rest of the United States. Big fucking deal.
And she's got a gorgeous house.
Yeah,
She
that's
just
right.
got.
Oh,
There's
I'm
stuff
so
in my
excited
back
now.
pocket too.
I'm so excited. I get
I've
to be a
dropped some
topic
breadcrumbs,
tomorrow.
but that's nothing.
Look at his little giddy ass over there thinking he's got something.
All right,
Wait.
let's go ahead and see what Seth said to Peter Hyatt today, because I haven't seen this yet. I've seen literally like maybe 3 minutes of it. So it'd be interesting to see. Fun like Christmas morning, Auntie Reese said.
There's nothing better than going after a bully. I'm just telling. It's like one of the most enjoyable things that I do is because there's a way to be a human being and there's a way to not. And ever since I've been a little kid, I love being the person to make people wake up.
Listen to this piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
punk.
you make people wake up and learn how to be a good human being. Okay.
Because they don't.
That's why you hang out with RSOs. Cool. And by the way, if you haven't seen that yet, buckle up because I'm going to show you factually his alignment with an RSO.
They underestimate me, and they don't know how I work, and people find out. Sometimes most people pay attention to the flesh.
And also Becky, that's her name here. She lives in Arizona and they have scorpions down there. And they're like poisonous. And when she first moved down there, she was terrified of them. This lady right here takes a hammer and goes outside at night with a black light. Because if you take a black light and shine it, the scorpions glow in the dark. She kills them with a hammer. Jamie, her name, her mods, can y'all drop her channel? And like I said, she's reviewed me before. I don't even know if she likes me. You know, I'm not doing this just to jump on some bandwagon or whatever. And, but this needs to stop and it's not right what they've done here. Trashed trans people, threatened her, and everything else.
Players like I'm putting out tonight, and some people don't, and those people that don't then quickly realize, oh
no, I toss gasoline. I ain't scared of you or anybody else.
Shit, and then they back off. I've been dealing with this since I started my channel.
The difference between you, little white.
KCK, which one's is who, baby? The ones talking, or no? Becky's not trans. She's 100% female. 100%. Well, she shows her body and everything. She's 100. No, she's not trans at all. But what if she was? Oh, on the panel, it's Brittany J, some Sarah bitch, CJ, and Nana's Dragonfly. And I pray to God she does not get Nana's Dragonfly wrapped up into this bullshit, because Nana's Dragonfly is a really sweet old lady. She don't deserve to get in this bullshit.
Tiny bitches is that I keep it on YouTube. I don't have to dig into your world. I don't want to know anything about either one of you personally. Don't give two shits. I can keep it to YouTube. You're just showing you can't.
I've had so many creators try and take me out and take me down. And
I don't even have a channel, and I've been done with this for 2 years.
Yeah. Then they mess around and they find out.
Sleuth mom just jumped on
It's
like
because of your mouth.
sleuth mom.
Nobody gives a shit.
In a community, which is sad because I'm in the community for missing persons, period. Children, adults. Okay. If you're in this community, for some reason, it's always competition, or, oh, you don't do this right, or,
By the way, I'm going to do this one time and one time only for all of you.
Nicolina, hey love, how you doing? Nicolina, have you heard about the registered sex offender that got exposed in the last couple of days? He's a diver like AWP, and he's been out searching for Sebastian, and he's a registered sex offender. I played it in the beginning. I'm gonna play it again here in a minute so the ones that didn't see it can see it. But yeah. Nicolina, I wish you would cover this CJ guy too here. He threatened Becky here. Nonsense. He threatened her. He calls her Lady LaDude. Lady looks like a man or whatever. Trying to say she's trans and bashing her. That's what Molly Golightly lost her channel over. Nicolina, please look into this CJ creep. He's a straight fucking tragedy pimp. He has been stalking Sebastian's parents, trying to trespass and everything else. The one we were watching the other night. What do you mean, Megs? No, I've not played none of this until today. Would y'all like, we'll come back to this, but would y'all like me to switch over and play that expose of the registered sex offender? There's a video, Nicolina, out on it that exposes them. Another dive team does. This is the second one. AWP and now this one, but this one is actually registered. He was like 31, 33, and it was his 16-year-old, 15-year-old stepdaughter. Okay, I'll go back and we'll come back to this because there's a lot I got to say on this shit.
Underwater Recovery is a dive team who searches for missing people and helps to clean up river systems.
Hello, everyone. My
Yes,
name is
Megs.
Cooper, and I want to go over some things with you guys that I've typed out. I'm going to go over all these bulleted points. I'm going to read all these bulleted points. I don't want to miss them. This is very important information. For those of you that know me, my name is Cooper, and I've been involved in search and rescue, search and recovery for over 18 years now. I began when I was 16 years old, long before YouTube or social media was prevalent. I'm an amputee. Over 14 years ago, I lost my leg. I had to relearn how to walk again. Then I had to learn how to scuba dive. I now to this day have over 900 log dives. I have many certifications as well as underwater investigation, and I'm currently a dive master. I have been involved in a member of a SAR dive team that falls directly under emergency management and their local sheriff's office for over 12 years now. I'm currently serving as a vice president aside as being the role of a SAR diver. I've also have 7 years in the fire service, paid and volunteer. I have a lifelong passion to serve my community with the skills and experiences I have acquired, and I'm honored and proud to be able to provide families in crisis support and hopeful answers. Recent events involving an individual or team have developed around the searching of missing loved ones, and I'm frustrated. I'm sharing my opinions and frustrations around this dive team, or rather content creator. The purpose of creating this video is not to stir up drama, to profit or grow off other channels. I want you to know more than just what you're observing on a platform from one source. There's always going to be more information than what an individual or team wants you to see while hiding the truth. The information I'm sharing with you in this video is firsthand accounts and meant to provide an additional visibility in order for you to make informed decisions on the support you provide. I want to recognize the platforms like YouTube and other social media sources that have made it easy to help spread awareness on missing persons, as well as being the voice of their family members. Because of YouTube, I met and worked with some amazing people and divers and have gained some new skills and experiences. One of my good friends, Sam, who I met long before he joined AWP, encouraged me to start my own channel. I have seen firsthand the passion some of these teams and individuals that truly want to help families. But I've also met some that are providing services while no moral compass and compromising families in duress. These families are experiencing one of the lowest points in their lives and are very vulnerable. One of the individuals that I'm referring to is Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery. At first, I had the impression that he really wanted to help others. When he was on his own, I was under the impression that he didn't click with other divers due to personality conflicts. I felt bad and wanted to support him. I even mailed him a care package to help motivate him to go out and do some good in this world. A year ago in March, myself along with another friend that I have made on this platform, Lee, the Aqua Adventurer, were scheduled to help Ronnie with his March mission. In January of 2023, Lee told me that a subscriber supporter of Ronnie bought him a plane ticket to the States to help Ronnie with his mission searching bodies of water for missing loved ones. Lee was excited for this partnership and experience he would gain and take back to Northern Ireland the process of searching bodies of water. Lee suggested I come out and visit with him and Ronnie while he was in the States. I proceeded to reach out to Ronnie since he was in charge to offer my services as a SAR diver since I have training and experience. We talked briefly from time to time as I was trying to learn more about the mission and more about Ronnie, which was very little to nothing. At that point in time, I learned that the only name that Ronnie prefers to go by is his first name. I was under the impression when I later learned that his last name was Wagner, Wagner. As the March mission details firmed up, there was going to be like at least 4 divers, including Trey from Narked Divers. I agreed to a live stream on my channel introducing the March mission for Ronnie so he could raise money to go out and help these families.
Bottom left.
I proceeded to request the time off from work and purchased plane tickets for myself. The very evening after the live stream took place on my channel, I received a Facebook message, then call from a viewer, acquaintance in Florida, warning me about Ronnie. He asked me if I knew Ronnie's full name, and I said yes. He's Ronnie Wagner from Illinois. I did a Google search and found nothing. He had also added me on social media, but his name on his social media page was his dog, Burr Rex. The other page that he had was Brothers Underwater Recovery. I didn't see his full name on those pages. The viewer from Florida who contacted me said no. His real name is Ronnie Dale Wagner, spelled Waggoner. My wife and I started searching right away on Google, and instantly the top post was Ronnie's picture and information regarding his criminal past. It turned out that he is a registered sex offender. I instantly felt betrayed and misguided by Ronnie for making me put my name out there.
And Nick, this dude, this creep, has been down there searching for little Sebastian Rogers, and he searched for Riley Strain. And a lot of other ones.
To help him with this information that he's been withholding from me. And not only holding it from me, but withholding it from the rest of the volunteers on this mission. It began making sense why he doesn't share his last name with anyone in person, and even a news article recounted that he didn't want to share his last name. He was hiding his past from everyone. I immediately took down the live stream video and contacted Lee that very night and explained why I could no longer go or be associated with Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery. I felt terrible that Lee was stuck going to the mission because a viewer paid for his plane ticket and that I couldn't be there to dive with him and help serve these families. I contacted Ronnie the next day to confront him with the information that was discovered. Ronnie provided additional context and explanations that I won't share, but reiterated he was innocent. It should be known that he actually pled guilty. And in my mind, if you're innocent, you don't plead guilty, no matter what, because you know the truth. I would also state that the very educated and highly trained individuals that investigate these crimes have found enough evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. I explained to Ronnie why I could no longer support his mission for personal and professional reasons. After that conversation, a few days later, I talked with Jacob from Chaos Divers. I explained that I felt misled for trusting Ronnie and didn't know what to do. Jacob reached out to me and told me to continue flying out there and that he would welcome me to join them in searching for missing persons and helping families. I had great experience working with Chaos Divers and was able to continue networking and building relationships with some highly trained and experienced search and rescue divers. Jacob and Lindsay showed me so much information how to read side scan sonar to further help me on my continued efforts in searching for missing persons back here in my home state. On that trip, I also had the pleasure of meeting another great search and recovery diver. Britain from Depths of History, they all welcomed me on that trip and taught me valuable information and skills that I continue to use helping families. Not only are these individuals highly trained, experienced, but I actually feel safe putting my life in their hands while I'm underwater in zero visibility, muddy waters, diving on submerged vehicles. They all have received shields, been sworn in, and have been deputized by a sheriff's office for searching bodies of water for missing persons. They are recognized SAR dive team with credibility. Lee is a very good, trustworthy friend. He's a military veteran and a scuba diver from his home country that just wants to go out and help families. The point I'm making is credibility. Myself, along with Chaos Divers, Depths of History, and the Aquaventure all have credibility. Now, because I proceed to join Chaos Divers around the same time as Ronnie's March mission, some subscribers have noticed. Whether it's from negative comments and lies Ronnie gave them, I can't say to every claim he's made, but I have had people come forward to me and tell me about Ronnie attacking my character and the character of those I choose to work with to serve families. Back then, I chose not to publicize my reasons out of respect.
Okay, and I'm going to clarify a little bit on this part right here. Answers for Andy. There's this 23, 24-year-old girl went missing in Indiana. She was from Texas, but moved to Indiana. And she went missing. And her mom, Elaine, Andy's mom is named Elaine, came from Texas to Indiana to search for her daughter. Just remember, Elaine is the missing girl's mom.
For Ronnie's family. However, recent cases and other family members have voiced concerns and allegations of misconduct that have left me irritated and upset for staying silent for over a year now. I'd like to share firsthand testimonies from a couple of other sources from their firsthand experiences of Ronnie and Brothers Underwater Recovery.
But now I'm at the point where I don't care how much help you gave my aunt. I don't care how many searches you took her to. Now you're being disrespectful. And enough is enough. So now I got a thing of notes on you so I can talk about you. That he's still using Andy's hashtags on his videos. He's way in Missouri searching for somebody else and got hashtags on his live with Andy Wagner talking about how his phone is set up like that and it automatically does that. Yeah, Ayla, he's just saying he's just in it for the views at this point because ever since he, like I said earlier, ever since he picked up Andy's case, we have been the one to put the traffic onto Ronnie's YouTube page. When we first started talking to Ronnie, Ronnie didn't even have 2,000 followers. Now he's got 6,000, almost 7,000 followers on YouTube. That's Andy Wagner. That's because we've been pushing Andy's story.
So when we first met Ronnie, it was like probably April or May last year. And at first he wasn't like coming off in no type of way. He was just strictly like, at first I think he had good intentions. But so when time started going on, he was like trying to make moves on Elaine and stuff like that. So then like she used to call me and tell me like he's doing this and that to her and he's saying this and that to her, and I'm just like listening, like I'm just listening to her tell me. And then she said that she felt like if she didn't do what he wanted her to do, that he wasn't going to help her in searches anymore. And so he's like the only one that had a boat. Like we cannot do the water. We have no other resources. So she was playing into him to do what he wanted just so she can have help finding Andy. So I was at the dentist office one day and she calls me and she's like, Ronnie said that we can't go on a search tomorrow, that me and you can go by ourselves. So I'm like, why is he saying that? So she told me it was because this guy named Dan that she used to date was at her house and Ronnie didn't like it. So I'm like, he's married. He has a family at home. Why is he worried about your boyfriend and like your boyfriend being at your house and stuff like that? So Ronnie was like kind of like possessive over her and like controlling.
And this is a mother of a missing child, y'all, that he's doing this to.
He was having an affair with her, not because she wanted to, but because she felt like if she didn't, then we wouldn't have help. And that's really what I felt too, that if Elaine didn't do what he wanted her to do, that we wasn't going to have anybody to do the water. So she just sucked it up and just played into it. And I think that's really fucked up that he took advantage of her when she was vulnerable and depressed and grieving over her daughter, that he done what he did. So then I looked at it like he never had good intentions to begin with. Like he was only there for one reason. And now that Elaine has passed away, it just proves that, because now that you're no longer being benefited, you don't want to help us. Yeah. You don't want to keep searching because you're not getting the benefits of it anymore. Like you cut contact with us because you felt bad that you pocketed at $500. And the crazy thing is he came to Elaine's candlelight at the river that we had for her. And that was days after he got the donation.
Elaine, the mother of the missing child, the one that he done this to, she passed away this past December and never got the chance to find her baby.
He never brought it up to us like somebody's trying to help y'all, anything.
Predator behavior. You're not lying. Google Ronnie Wagner. Google it.
I didn't find out he was a sex offender until Elaine's birthday.
He's a whole sex offender, y'all. I didn't even know that till after my aunt passed away. And then I found that out through somebody that was doing searches with us, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, he said that his ex-wife's stepdaughter, or his ex-wife's daughter, who was 15 at the time, lied on him and set him up because the mom wanted to get back with an old boyfriend. That makes no sense to me. And I'm sorry, but I always believe a victim. I always believe a child too. And if Ronnie's still helping us, no, he's not. When he stopped being benefited, he like fell off the earth. He deleted us off social media, took our numbers out of his phone. He doesn't call nothing. Families that they've taken advantage of and said that they needed, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, when he told Tammy that his boat was messed up and he needed help and blah blah blah, and she sent him that money, his boat was long tore up before that. That's the reason why he didn't go drag the lake for Andy, is because his boat was messed up. So if he was trying to insinuate that he tore it,
Jada, he took money from the families. Like they would do GoFundMe's, for when they'd go on these searches. He stole GoFundMe monies. He is a total fucking piece of shit. Hey, Stonefly Blue, good to see you.
His boat up looking for Jared, that's not true. His boat's been tore up. So he conned that lady out of $1,000.
And it was, if we're doing dollar for dollar, y'all, it was like a little over $1,100 that she sent Ronnie. $500 was for my aunt and her family. The rest of it was for her son searching in the boat, and Ronnie kept it all, put it right in his pocket.
He told Tammy we needed a room and food. And the crazy thing is, before we even left the hospital, he already had Dave on the phone paying for a hotel room for 3 nights. So how are you telling this woman we need a room and you already know we got a room? Crooked as hell.
Math is.
So that's not all of it. That's not all the information involving Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery and his bad behavior in his criminal past. That's just a piece of it. There's more.
Ignore Winifred in the background. She's bitchy today. Hey, Pommy Mom. Okay, this was the first family that's came forward, and it was recently. Imagine all the families that he's done this shit to that we don't know about yet. And I pray more are brave enough to come forward.
And we know that there's more victims out there, and maybe in time they'll come forward. So far, these young ladies were brave enough to come forward and put it out there and start speaking the truth. I actually talked to them. I had a conversation with one on the phone. I was texting the other one, and then I was like, you know what? I have to do something. I have to put something out there to warn others so we can prevent further people from becoming victims of his bad behavior. I mean, I want to tell you this. We're out there supposed to be helping families during their time of need, searching for the missing loved ones. This guy, he's going to pick up one of these young ladies who's having a transmission problem so she can get out to the search area. He's driving, taking her 2 hours to get to the search area and saying inappropriate things, soliciting for sexual favors. He's making comments saying, oh, are your legs like a Holiday Inn? Can I come in? And she finally called him out and said, don't talk to me like that. I don't appreciate that. And what does he do? He stops driving her to the search areas to look for her family member. He didn't get what he wanted, so he basically starting to excommunicate her. That's ridiculous. This guy, Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery, he's a prime example why you guys have to really be careful on who you deal with out there. He's basically a predator.
Stonefly Blue, he was sleeping with everybody. Hey, Running Bear, I know we got 2 Running Bears. I know there's 2 different ones. I watched Narc Divers 2, and he broke my whole entire heart. And if y'all don't know Narc Divers, hold on, these damn dogs. Narc Divers is Trey. He exposed this registered sex offender too. He exposed him because he was working with him and didn't even know he was a sex offender or a registered sex offender at that. And poor Trey, I'll link his live too. It's a 5-hour live, but I've said it already, but Trey is also a victim of SA. Can you imagine how he felt being beside this guy and I actually found Trey because he was out there looking for Sebastian. Right, Ronnie can no longer hide. I was so proud of him, Running Bear. I was. Delicious, whose live is gone? Trey's. My heart just broke for him. And I think that was the first time he'd ever come out and told anybody like that he is also a victim of SA. And he's a grown man. Aw, love his heart. They probably struck it down on him or something. Love his heart. He's a good one. He's a good one. Oh, Jamie, I'm sorry. But yeah, Trey, he lost it the other night. He just broke down and he was crying. And when I see a man crying genuinely, it just does something to me. And it's horrible. And this creep, Ronnie Wagner, was out there searching for Sebastian too. And so many other kids and stuff, man. These dogs, man. Mods, could you link this here in the chat again? And I'm not going to play the rest of it because I'm not played it like 4 times. But you can go and finish watching the rest of this. Right, I can't believe it's gone either. Okay, I'm going to mute and we're going to go back to nonsenses for CJ.
In the back who think that this is harming my feelings. He makes some statement, we might have missed it already, about how a husband needs to basically slap the curves or pick up folds or some shit like that, making it sound like I'm this huge woman. There you go. There's a full body shot since you obviously need it. Now, continue on. My chair's stuck on the carpet. Fucking idiots.
The dad worked with me, not with her, or it's just all this weird shit. I don't understand it. I think people should unite, and if they don't agree, fine, agree to disagree.
We are much more powerful coming together.
Let me tell you one thing, CJ. Coming from a real woman, my curves, my big old booty, my natural form, I haven't had a single bit of work done. You'd never have the pleasure of touching something like this. So keep with your blow up doll and save us real women for the real men. Maybe someday you'll get there.
The sake of this, especially when it comes to like victims and stuff, we are stronger together than we ever were.
And don't sit here and tell us that. Yeah, and don't sit here and tell us that we're doing wrong by pointing out facts that we see, that experts see after we say it.
We're just
go over.
People aren't pointing out the facts that you're picking out, Sarah, especially experts. That's just not how this works. Have you heard yourself?
There and then trash Seth even worse, like 1,000 times worse than they're saying we're doing.
Yeah. Hey, Sleep Mom, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Disclaimer, I don't even know who this woman is that pops on panels, so she's not talking about me because I've never even seen her before. So that's here nor there. Don't have a clue who she is. Don't know if she has a channel. I couldn't tell you the slightest. So she's not talking about a video I did because I don't even know who she is.
My friend.
It's Sleuth Mom.
I wanted to grab the link for a second because I somehow have gotten drug into a video against you.
What?
And I want to publicly come up here and say, I'm not around because Brittany goes to live after my bedtime. Like that has always been a thing. I have no issues with you, Brittany. I could care less what you talk about on your channel. I support absolutely everybody on this platform who wants to cover true crime and do these cases. Every single one of us has a different approach and a different way of doing things. I am sick and tired of the complete and total utter bull crap hate piles that are going on.
You mean the misinformation that people continue to put out in an active case? Yeah, it is really disgusting. I agree with that.
On every single one of these channels and the complete
and piling on the parents when there's no proof to back up that either one of them have been, none of them have been convicted, charged with anything other, any crime. Not one set.
Utter, like, I don't know, the attempts to control every single person out there. It's really freaking sickening. And I'm not saying that it's one channel over another, but.
Oh shit, I missed something really quick. Alyssa, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. And Janice from accounting says, we are going to unite to get laws changed so you can't continue making a living exploiting missing children. And that's fact. That is fact. We're going to continue to do that. Hey, everybody coming in. Oh, Helen, I've missed you. You came back on a perfect one.
Do not, everybody listening that's going to clip this and all the crap, do not pull me in.
Gary Davis, please rewind because I've done played it like 4 times. Please rewind. I'm not derailing my chat again. Please rewind.
To your bullcrap guys. Do not try to pin me against other creators in a non-existent fight that I don't have with them. I have no issue with Brittany J. Leave me out of your crap. Leave.
That means you don't have a problem with misinformation. Okay. Again, I don't even know who this is.
Me out of it. I will strike every single person who uses even a second of my content.
I'll leave that be, but say a problem transphobia. If you don't have a problem if you don't have a problem being associated with what you just heard, the transphobia, the misinformation and the veiled threats towards a female who has done nothing especially to the little bitch, besides call him a little bitch and point out the misinformation and the harm that he's doing in these active cases while crying like a little bitch. If you don't have a problem with the transphobia in itself or the racism remarks, that's on you. Not my day to care.
If whoever, I don't even understand it, to be completely honest.
I wish I did too.
Day after day
They
after
did the
day.
same thing
I
with
left
me.
a long time ago. I'm not going back, you know? So,
Yeah.
but I just had to come up here and say that because I'm just like,
Aw.
you know.
The account's named Sleuth Mom. Again, I don't know nothing about her. This is the first time I've ever even seen her channel or anybody on the panel, so I don't know what she's referencing.
I'll just say something before you go, because honest to God, Sleuth, I think I have like some form of PTSD, because I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what video you're talking about, but when you asked for the link, because I haven't seen you in a while, my heart kind of just dropped in my stomach, because I was like, oh God.
Oh, no.
Like,
Miss King, welcome to the cabana, and thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you. I should pull out looking in the mirror. It is shocking when I do wear makeup.
I thought you were mad at me too.
No,
Because
girl, and see, I didn't even see the video. It happened a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
And like, I'm just going off my
This with
other place because
I wish
don't
more
have an
people were
issue
like you. I wish more people were like you, honestly, because a lot of
compliments I mean, little
Sleuth Mom is
racist
relevant.
yeah.
They were sitting there going, what the fuck? I had somebody come in my show.
Thank you, Sleuth Mom.
Nice.
I find it ironic though that she hopped up during transphobic raid. Yeah, I'll leave it be.
That happened to me
Oh,
too.
no,
I
it's
had
such a-
I had somebody come in my show a few months ago and was there for a couple of days. They were like, I can't believe you were saying something about Brittany and what you guys are fighting. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck are you
doing? What?
And that's when I reached out to you a long time ago on Facebook and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I've never said anything bad about you. I don't have any ill feelings. Like, yeah, go look in your Facebook. It's like way long ago.
Wow.
Same thing. Yeah. Like people were coming in.
Well, that's what they do. They try to
Tried
drag
to-
you into it, and then
Yeah.
hope she sees it and doesn't understand it, and then there's a big
Yeah.
fuss. You know what I mean? What they do?
Yeah.
Can
They
y'all
try to
get
set people up.
Can y'all get Sleuth Mom's link, please, and drop it in chat? Guys, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all heard it for yourself. This woman is not for drama, and I know most of you guys aren't either. So, if you want to go to a source of who is doing it for the kids and for the missing.
CJ's crime concepts. He built a
Sorry, I had to switch my AirPods, but they say Sleuth Mom's not about the drama, but she supports Brittany J. and condones trans bashing and bullying women, body shaming.
channel trying to do Idaho 4 content, didn't get very far, then started doing boots on the ground stuff like JLR and driving around, parking in parking lots, searching things that had already been searched by reputable search organizations, and grifting like a motherfucker off of missing children and also Riley Strain. That's where he got his start, was filming that stuff. But we're going to talk about who he associates with, because one of the search organizations that he has buddied up with is an actual RSO. And I'm going to show you that, detail it, because I think people need to be aware that when we have RSOs out here searching for missing children, there's a problem. When people like this are promoting him, there's an issue. And it's all been laid out for us. We're going to look at it.
Sleuth Mom is definitely one of them. I love her. I haven't been to her channel in a little while because of the drama. I just didn't want to.
And if anybody questions what an RSO is, registered sex offender.
You know, you just don't know. You know, there's people that'll turn on you in the drop of a dime, and you just don't know. So I wasn't sure if I was welcome, but she's absolutely an awesome creator. And,
Exactly, Lady Lolo.
She's right. It's senseless, and it's like she said, she don't even know why these people, keep doing this. It just doesn't. I don't know. I'm just happy. It feels like the tide's starting to turn a little bit. And when you see,
oh, the tide's going to turn. Trust and believe. Everybody's going to realize how transphobic your panel is. Absolutely, the tide's going to turn, because I'm not the only one that's going to talk about this. Trust and believe, because people don't take kindly to transphobia. It is 2024. You need to understand that who gives a shit what they do with their life. This is I'm more offended for anybody that is transgender, because this is such a fucking disgusting display of how immature and uneducated they are. And they're covering missing children cases and mocking anybody that's transgender.
Creators starting to stand up and speak out against it, it just means it does something, because especially when you've been somebody long suffering through this, like I have and so many others. Yeah, people
fucking, you need a violin.
Should not police what others talk about online and then turn around and then go and bash Seth way worse than we've ever said anything.
Didn't do that
poorly about outfits. It's crazy. You do need thick skin, Karen. You absolutely need thick skin. Look, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. A weak person couldn't do this.
Mm-mm.
I tell my mods this all the
You're doing it, and you're sure as hell weak. You're showing us that.
time. I tell my mods, if God forbid, if I was weak, I would have. It would. This
You'd
stuff
lose
will
it.
push somebody because I don't know that necessarily. Well, yeah, some of the content I showed y'all yesterday, where I'm
Sadly, that doesn't even surprise me anymore after hearing this today. Doesn't surprise me.
completely dragged for my appearance. They call me fat. They call me ugly. You know, they put bad pictures of me all over the.
Lady Ladude?
No, so I'll have to give it to her. I don't think she's look shamey so much.
Lady Ladude, and she confirms that me, this bitch right here, me, Becky, all me, doesn't look shame her. But she sits here and lets him call me Lady Ladude. Again, I could give two fucks less about what CJ thinks about my looks. Have you seen Kyle? I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, interesting, huh?
That's more of another creator's deal, but it's
What?
her group. It is Lady. It's her group of people. So
What? Where hubby's got to lift a pancake or something?
no,
Or
it's
Hubby's got to lift a pancake. Let me do this one more time for those in the back that might have missed it and me getting stuck on my fucking chair. I am 142 pounds, you dumb fuck. I am 5'3", all natural, every fucking bit of it. What the fuck is the difference? I have a fupa cam for a fucking reason, because women need to feel confident in their skin, no matter what your size is. No matter what. Molly did the same stupid.
Laugh my fucking ass off. I love her. She said, I got a fupa cam for a reason. I love her. She's gorgeous though. And she don't wear makeup or nothing.
Bullshit and constantly cut on other women's looks. Every single one of you could be beautiful, except panels like this, the ugliness radiates from inside out. It don't matter what you look like out here. The ugliness is pouring out your pores. That's a you problem. Your insecurities aren't on the rest of us. Stop trying to cut on women's looks. It makes you look real stupid. We are all grown-ass women. We are all, should be, comfortable in our bodies. Every one of you in the comment section is beautiful in your own way. Embrace your fucking bodies. Don't listen to shit like this, because these people are an embarrassment.
I'll tell you about
Yeah. Yeah, let me know, because I'll add those to my list too.
I show my fupa tour.
Well, that was so nice of Sloop's mom, and I appreciate her very much.
Yeah, to come up on panel too. That's very, very respectful.
Mm-hmm. But okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I think what I am going to do though is
You're lucky my ass hasn't came on here in a bikini yet. I hate wearing clothes. It's fucking hot here in Arizona. Okay, I've saved you guys. Like, this shit is so immature, but I wanted to show you CJ. The true CJ is coming out in full effect.
Because they're going to say I never want to mix drama with these cases. I'll clip this part off and make it its own little segment, because I actually think the stuff we talked about is vital. So I'm going to clip this part, make it.
She thinks being transphobic, spreading transphobia is vital. She thinks that this should be its own segment, because hell yeah, she stands firmly on letting people be transphobic on her panel. Cool.
Its own little segment, and then yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. But
Wacky. Molly Golightly lost her channel of 90-some thousand subs for doing this. Same thing Brittany J's doing. So Brittany better watch out letting this go on her panel. They took Molly down. Molly was making them a hell of a lot more money than this one was. Or yes.
Let's see what Seth has to say, because this man has been raked over the coals today. I don't even want to repeat some of the things I've heard said about him, and it's horrible. All right, here we go.
Christina. You guys are so good for the confidence boost.
Reaching 2 months becomes much more difficult for anyone to hold on to hope that way. While I was getting set for this, Seth reached out and I invited him to come on. So he's here, and I'd like to address this one particular issue.
Okay, I'm not going to like play her whole live. I'm going to skip through it, because there's some other things I want to show y'all in here about this fucking CJ fuck. What? He's a narcissistic, low-life piece of shit. Right, Jada. Once you start going to body shaming and shit, you done lost the whole fucking conversation. And Brittany even admitted that Nonsense has never body shamed her. But you're going to allow it to go on your panel? Fuck out of here. Let's see here. I don't want to keep listening to Brittany J. Let's see. This is where she plays that video we've watched 4 times. We watched that too. Just a second. Look at this creep. This is the one up there threatening and body shaming nonsense.
So you get the gist of that. Now let's go over here. Let's switch it up a minute. Let's go to CJ's. Let's go over to CJ so you guys can see how comfortable he is promoting this guy. This is CJ's Crime Concepts podcast.
YouTube.
Please sub to her, y'all.
But so it. And the trolls are flagging their green hearts.
And look at this, and
unfortunately, we just did show.
Fuck out of
It's
here.
all good. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in. Thank you for hanging out for the Eclipse stream. If you guys were hanging out with us, pretty neat. Holy crap! Let's see here. Oh, those are all from this morning because, geez, StreamYard's bugging.
This is the guy that you heard call me, dude looks like a lady, Lady LaDude. This is the guy spewing all the transphobia. This is the guy making veiled threats. This is the guy who calls registered sex offenders his buddies, and they're doing good for the missing children.
And thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you. We're going to have an extended show tonight. We're going to be hanging out with you all night in the studio. I'm so excited. I love doing these studio shows because I get to feel a little closer to y'all. Because when I'm out there in the field and out there going through woods and, on, you know, like even this weekend on boats, speaking of
Exactly,
sneak
Wacky.
peek, just a little
Exactly.
snippet of a video that is for the members. I want to say thank you to everybody for all the memberships and the support. Appreciate it. There's a couple things I want to mention, though. Thank you, everybody.
Tell us.
The Discord for the show. It's always been a free thing. It's something that we never even asked anybody to be a sub. You know, a lot of those communities out there, they will require you to have a membership or, you know, have some kind of payment behind it, some kind of paywall. Over here,
Listen at this
narcissistic
narcissistic piece of shit.
So it's about giving that 150.
Love, positivity, you know. So why charge for peace, positive, and progressive conversations?
Progressive conversations. This man claims he has progressive conversations. It's 2024 and you're still transphobic. That's not progressive, but okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was never a charge or pay as you go kind of thing. It was just something here. We just was like, you know what? It's something that we just want to share. Well, there's some other, you know, creators out there that are upset that, you know, we're getting attention. And unfortunately, those groups have been coming into Discord and causing some issues.
By the way, this one right here doesn't Discord at all. Again, not me.
So, you know, I always, when it comes to my 150, and you can even ask any of my mods this, when it comes to anybody's protection, the main thing that I want to do is just handle it. Because the last thing that
Now, Gary Davis, I'm not going to do this with you. Why don't you ask Seth where he is? Why don't you tell Seth to get off his ass and quit exploiting his son on the internet for thousands upon thousands of dollars and go back to work? Why don't you tell Seth get off the fucking internet completely and work with the mother of his child to find their child? How about that, motherfucker? Now go patty caking your shit, because you're not going to come in here bashing Katie, Chris, or Sebastian on my channel. You've got me fucked up. This ain't it. Fuck out of here. I stand with Katie, bitch. All right, let's carry on. He was in Katie's custody, and it's all about Sebastian? Of course it is. Of course it is. It's about Sebastian, right? If it was all about Sebastian to you, you wouldn't have said, "Where is Sebastian, Katie?" You wouldn't have said that. You would want the parents working together. Anyone that's mad because they was gonna work together, you're a piece of shit. Because that should have happened from day one. And Seth caused the divide. Seth sent the lynch mob after his baby's mother that has raised him for 15 fucking years. Where's Seth been? Huh? Oh, he's on here exploiting his precious son. Exploiting his essay that he should have never fucking came on here and told. Get on your fucking mall cop. Fuck out my chat.
So if people's protection is what you want to handle, maybe you should tell your audience that you promoted a sex offender. I mean, that would seem rational to me.
I want you to do is you be affected by anything because somebody else has ill intentions, even though we don't, right? And so,
Okay, Gary, I'm going to address you one more time. Let me tell you something. There was this little girl named Cleo down in Australia last year or a couple years ago. Little girl, she was camping in a tent with her parents. Both of her parents right beside her in a tent. They were camping. The little girl come up missing. Same situation here. Internet crucified her parents. Already nailed them to the cross. They done it. They done it. They're guilty. Comes to find out, a predator down the road that collected Bratz dolls kidnapped her straight out of the tent from her parents. Her parents were in the tent with her, and he kidnapped her out of a fucking tent. Tell your boy Seth, get a fucking job and stay off the internet. And don't you ever come back in my chat talking shit about Katie, Chris, or Sebastian. Because if you were for Sebastian, you would not do this. Right, Jada. She was laying right beside her parents in that tent, and he kidnapped her out of that tent with her parents in there. And the internet crucified her parents, just like here. Fuck out of here. I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm not holding back. How do y'all think Katie feels? She carried that baby. She gave birth to him. She raised him for 15 years. What did Seth do? Oh, that's right. He hit him in the back of his fucking head in front of the principal. That's what he done. And exploit him on the internet when he went missing.
we'll just say that they've been trying to do some things in the Discord to the community members. And so, you know, how I always smell a hot dog steak, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. I smelled one of those. And so that's why I went ahead and shut it down for now. Because
I think you've been sniffing little.
Because I am so busy. Please be patient. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. And it's not like any other community. There was no paywall. Anything. And so
You're not about that shit. You're not about that shit. You're not.
One thing that any of these people can do, trolls,
what
that they can do is they can try, but they're never going to succeed because the peace, positivity, and progress doesn't need a fucking Discord.
Peace, positivity, and progress.
To talk about cakes and biscuits, we don't need a bunch of
You seem to like to talk about my pancakes. You assume I have
shit in order to be able to still stay strong, in order to do what we got to do, and in order and can't even disrupt the progress that we make. So
can't disrupt the progress that he makes. This guy is just a fucking joke. Straight up joke. Sorry.
Please be patient when it comes to that. Also, I wasn't able to drop.
You notice all this is done under Sebastian's name too?
Going to put the Eclipse show on members only after a couple hours.
Let's go ahead and fast forward it to when it gets fun. Oh, wait, looky here. He goes from Brittany's stream.
And when I'm not appreciated, even down to a relationship, when I'm not appreciated, why stick around?
This is when he was bitching and moaning. If you haven't seen that stream yet, we did a whole stream talking about how he crybabied over not getting a thank you and did all this stuff and shots and.
Okay, this isn't really, I want to speed it up here to what I really want to show y'all here.
The same energy, and I'm female, and he knows that. I think more and more people are aware of his behavior because of Cooper coming out and talking. Again, I appreciate him and making it public because this is something that people need to be aware of. I am so disgusted by all of these people using Sebastian's case to do this stuff. I am beyond disgusted.
Yo, they obviously, whoever told him, doesn't want me here searching for fucking Sebastian. I wanted and made him post what he posted.
and Brothers Underwater. I think everybody has seen that clear as day. You know who Brothers Underwater Recovery is. You know how CJ behaves. Any questions? Everybody following this right here? Anybody have questions before we move on and show you some more CJ antics? If you do, feel free to ask away because we're going to switch gears again. I know I'm kind of taking you all over the place, but I think it's important that you follow what is actually factually happening. The connection between the two of them, Brothers Underwater Water Recovery being a registered sex offender using a missing 15-year-old to grift off of. You saw them, people donating so they could get down there. You've seen CJ and his ridiculousness. Well, let's buckle up because you're about to see some more. All right, friends. Now we are going to go to, this is from 5 days ago. Sorry, I've been looking down a lot because I am trying to, I have all of this time stamped. So I'm trying to make sure we get through what we need to.
When you go that route, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
Oh, hold on.
There and have a talk man to man. Yo.
All right, here
which then made him post what he posted, which can get people fucking hurt. And to get people hurt off of information.
I would love to see this sewer rat looking motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna look shame you. You deserve it, CJ. You're a piece of fucking shit. Grifter. I would love to see you talk to Chris Proudfoot face to face. I would love that. You'd hide like a little bitch that you are.
And that is bullshit because they.
Penny, that's a good question. So from what I know, he has buddied up with narked divers at times, but narked divers, from what I have seen, and just to be transparent, he did a video. I encourage you guys to go watch it on this topic. I didn't get through all of it. It's over 5 hours. But yes, yep, we're getting back into the Pascal and all, and we're going to look at Pascal's. We're going to look at CJ's little, yeah, we're going to get through this now. I know I'm cramming a lot in on you guys at once, and it's kind of back and forth, but Narked and him, I don't think have like a relationship. Initially, people thought that Narked and Ronnie from Brothers Underwater Recovery were brothers. That's not the case. I think more and more people are aware of his behavior because of Cooper coming out and talking. Again, I appreciate him and making it public because this is something that people need to be aware of. I am so disgusted by all of these people using Sebastian's case to do this stuff. I am beyond disgusted.
Yo, they obviously, whoever told him, doesn't want me here searching for fucking Sebastian. I want to know who.
So you'll see what is going on in a minute, but you see how pissed off CJ is?
I would like to know. I would like to sit down with Chris or whatever. We can sit in our fucking cars. We can stand out in the fucking parking lot. It don't matter to me. I want to have a conversation to let him know, look, I never fucking said anything. I'm going to be man to man with him. I never said any of that shit. I never had intentions on doing any of that shit. I'm sorry that somebody gave you wrong fucking information. Who in the fuck gave you the information? Because I'd like to go have a talk with them.
So what he's referencing is somebody had alerted Chris Proudfoot to CJ parking outside of their home, some comments that were made, and we'll look at it.
It's that simple. Please don't put names in. Please don't put names in chat because I don't know who in the fuck it is. I don't know who in the fuck it is. But what I do know is that fucking person told Chris some bullshit. And when you're talking about people defending themselves,
he gave me the same energy, and I'm female, and he knows that.
Just watch how this shit plays out here.
I'm gonna go to the max.
Just watch, y'all. This is fucked up what they do to Chris and Katie and Chris's parents.
Bullshit information. That's why I want to sit there and have a talk man to man. Yo.
Ooh.
This is where I fucking come from.
There's that.
Thank you, Cassius Gems. I love you. I don't mind.
CJ, you asked where your stream was. You're welcome. Bet you didn't see this one coming, did you? I can prove you're a transphobe who supports sex offenders all in one pot. All you can say is I've got pancakes and I look like a man. We'll never be in the same arena. I would sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up if I was you from now on when you're addressing me. It will never turn out the way you want it to. Do you hear me?
So now that you know, Chris, that somebody's giving you bullshit information, and now I know somebody's giving you bullshit information, you have to understand that that same person is also going to give you some bullshit information about somebody else, and the somebody else might not come at you like CJ's coming at you when I'm saying, yo, we each have an invested interest on having this conversation because each one of us could be approaching this in a completely different way. And when you go that route, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and not defend myself. I will go to the max to defend myself. I'm sure he would too. Do you know where that can go? Based off of somebody else's bullshit information, making it out to be like I was going to do certain things. If you want to recap for this, Here's a screenshot of it. If you want a recap of it, then go to the show from earlier. There's the screenshot of it. If you want to
Okay, this screenshot he's talking about, Chris Proudfoot left on one of his posts. It says, CJ, it's come to my attention that you have plans to visit my house tomorrow. Take this as an official notification. There are no trespassing signs posted all around the house. If you set foot on the property at all for any reason, you will be prosecuted. There are no easements around the properties in our subdivision. This is not a threat, just a statement. Please respect our privacy as well as our wishes. Thank you in advance, sir.
recap, go to the show from earlier. This is what the fuck was said. This is complete fucking bullshit. And when it says it has come to my attention, that means somebody came to your ass and said, CJ was going to do all of these things. Do you see how dangerous this is? Do you see how dangerous it is for me and Chris, for both of us? Because somebody doesn't want me there. And they're willing to make up lies about my intentions based off of no facts, because everything that is stated in this, I did complete opposite.
Example of what CJ does on location.
Same shit, people. I have no ill feelings when it comes to what was posted, because I'd be doing the same shit. My ill feelings are from the motherfucker that told Chris this shit. That's my fucking problem. That's who I want to fucking have a conversation
Nobody
with.
told Chris.
Period.
Let's look at an example of what CJ does on location. You guys want to, you want me to entertain you for a minute? Let's go take a gander. Let me get the screen time. Told y'all I've been a busy girl over here. All right, going to another stream of his so you can see an example of what he's doing when he's out there. This is from like 5 days ago. The time on the live, if you're looking for the specific one, is 5 hours, 41 minutes, and 36 seconds. We're going to about the 151-minute mark, about the 150-minute mark on that, so you can see where he's driving.
Here today, and what we have done, and we will do in the future.
This is just an example of what CJ has been doing, boots on the ground, meanwhile using Sebastian's name, claiming he's searching for and buddied up to an RSO. And then anybody that points out what a thin-spined, weak person he is, he decides to use transphobic rants to discredit them or cut them down.
Right now,
That kind of sums up CJ in it.
now we have just the surrounding states as our oyster, but here in a month or two, when I transition into a van, the whole United States will be our oyster. So I'll be able to bring attention and awareness to any of these cases throughout.
Please come to Arizona. I'm sure Kyle would love to have that face-to-face conversation with you that you said that he wouldn't say anything to your face. I'm sure if you come to Arizona, you can come over for dinner. We'll teach you all about the desert.
The whole United States. And we're going to get a puppy, because we need a puppy to go with us. So once I get the van, I'll be getting a puppy from a shelter.
This is what people are paying him to do in Sebastian's name. Drive around.
All right, so we're heading. Ryan Homes, they do sure sell a lot of homes around the United States, I've noticed.
We're going to speed him up. He's annoying.
Okay, so where's the turn?
Looks like it's Susie.
Oh, it's coming up here somewhere.
Yeah, he did.
Here it is.
He sure as fuck did. Remy, if you didn't see the beginning, yeah, you'll get a laugh out of it.
All right, we're gonna go check out this construction spot again, because I'm wondering if I can.
Watch this, y'all.
Oh, it's all fenced off. Let me see if I can see a fence right there. It is. It's fenced off. Somebody's property. It's somebody's property. It's fenced off the whole way.
This is Chris Proudfoot's parents' subdivision.
Anybody in the chat know what location he's looking at right now? Of course, I do, but I'm asking.
Somebody's property. Okay, so yeah, see, here's the road construction where it ends. I don't think that I would. Yeah, it just drops off, and then that's where the construction ends. You know what?
Okay, and this live right here that he was doing was before Chris Proudfoot posted that comment that he was saying harassing or whatever. This here, what you're about to watch, is why Chris told him don't come to on his property.
Busby? Oh, Busby. When are you coming down?
Just wait. You're going to be.
I need to figure out who. I need to figure out. There's got to be a way to get there.
He's been driving back and forth between Chris's parents' house and the Proudfoot home. He goes on both. Chris's parents, because of all of the BS and the narratives that have been pushed, he goes and tries to film their house all the time too.
Look at them woods back there. I'm going to drive by the house again.
He's driving by
and
the
I'll show
house.
you guys when we're leaving because you're not going to be able to see it too good through the tent.
Here you go.
But you will be able to see it on the other way there.
And once again, just for those in the back, this is all under fair use. This is called commentary on the bullshit you do out here publicly. This falls under fair use. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, it's got a fence.
And they can't strike me for using it because I'm using nonsense as content. Ha ha.
It looks like it only has a fence for part of it. I'm wondering if I can get access. I'm wondering if I can get access from there.
He wants to be
And is it
JLR
shocking
so
that anybody
bad.
would write that there's no trespassing on their property?
From one of these backyards. Maybe I can just slip into back there.
Maybe he could just slip into back there.
So I might go door to door
Trespassing.
tomorrow. I'm gonna kind of go through this stuff tonight, but I'm gonna go door to door tomorrow probably,
Mm.
and I'm gonna check that out. Hold on 1 second. Now I'll take you guys next to the house again so you guys can see it.
Does this really look like searching to any of you?
Dang. All right.
Traders. I fucking can't with you. I can't with you. All my flip phones had a face. Lady Lola, what's his point? Money, 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 honey. Money, money, money. He don't give a fuck about no victims. That cracked me up. I had to stop for that. Leave it to traders to make us laugh.
All right, hold on. Okay. Can you guys see behind?
Oh.
Here, I'm just gonna kind of zoom. This right here is gonna be their home. So right there, see that's behind. Their home's on the right, right? You got the blue on there.
Guess whose home that is? That's not the Proudfoot home.
Now see the behind.
That's the parents.
See behind? There's got to be a way to get back up there.
This is the parents' home.
And I'll sit here for a second. There's got to be a way to get back up there.
Hold on. One more time, Sam.
He's trying to go look in the woods back there like they buried him or something.
I want to search that. There's got to be a way.
There's got to be a way for him just to slip back up there, right? Well, let's go. So you see him at one house. Now let's go to the next one. I might have him turned around too. But don't worry. He goes by both.
Yep. She's talking to somebody out front.
He's talking about
Now
Katie.
he's talking about
Talking to
Katie.
somebody.
He drives back from Chris's parents' house, outside of Chris's parents' house. Now he's driving back to Chris and Katie's. And
Still on Long Hollow Pike.
you'll notice what he says here. Let's speed it up. This is about the 2:20-minute mark of this video. Got to be a way for him to trespass. I wonder why Chris would have wrote such a
We're going to do another loop around the neighborhood here.
doing another loop around the
And we
neighborhood
will get everything switched up and then we'll head to the next location.
for 5 hours. And y'all are paying.
Chris was obviously watching this. That's why Chris told him, "Don't come on my property, dude." But he want to make it into some big debacle. He told on himself. Why would you film it and lie, dude? It's on fucking film, you idiot.
Him to do this. Meanwhile, he is introducing you to RSOs. And I'm the problem? I'm the problem, CJ? Come on now, dude.
And so that is from CP's mom and stepdad's house to their house, right here.
He just acknowledges that house that he slowed down and was trying to find himself a way to get back there was Chris's parents' home. Again, factually speaking, law enforcement hasn't charged anybody with a crime. And law enforcement has been on the ground and searched so much, so many resources. EquiSearch did an extensive, thorough search. He's not out here doing shit. He's driving around, looking at the same things, making all these weird accusations. And then when he gets called on it, confronted on it, you saw what he does in the beginning of this video.
Oh, there's a gray SUV in the driveway now.
Hey, Smurfette.
Yep. I'll show you guys.
Sorry, guys.
So it's probably theirs.
I was pulling up the next clip.
You guys can see it.
Yeah, Kip Kitty says thinks it's KP's.
Oh yeah, that is. Yep. See right there, you can see it. Yep. She's talking to somebody out front.
But he says he wasn't
Okay, hold on.
stalking them.
I'm going to pull over up here. We're going to. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull over right here. We'll go ahead and stop the recording. Okay. Put my GoPro down. Shut that off. Cool down, charge up. Right. Roll the window up. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to my other phone here. Give me 1 second.
Kind of a little weird. So let's get into it. Again, this all falls under fair use.
That I do want to share with you guys. Okay. Something about, you know what? Okay. I'm not going to show it. Okay.
Oh.
That's the, no, I'm not going to show the post.
All right. He's talking about the post that you just saw that CJ threw a fit about.
Because I'm already seeing drama.
You've seen CJ's behavior in the neighborhoods. You've seen how CJ reacts when he gets called on stuff. You're going to get another example.
The post is the comment that Chris Proudfoot left for him to leave them alone. And yeah.
Like sparking off in the chats. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And out of respect, you
what
know,
is the post?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay, I'm so curious.
So, but out of respect of the, you know, what this post was made and etc.
Yo, CJ, I'm sure you and your cronies are in my comment section right now. Why don't you stop being a little bitch and make yourself known? Why don't you say it? Say it in my chat what you had to say about me last night. Go ahead. Say it in my chat. Mods, don't block him. Let him spew his transphobia over here. Let him show people his true colors even more. Go ahead, CJ.
I'm just gonna, you know,
watch how he gaslights
so
Pascal.
There was a post, you know, and somebody was basically saying something along the lines of like plans on going and visiting.
Yeah, Revival. I'm not very impressed with her either.
The house, the actual Proudfoot's home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And of course, this is Chris Proudfoot allegedly making this statement, basically saying like, I know, like it has come to my attention that there's plans of going to my house. And of course, he says, take this as an official like notification, you know, and he's like, hey, you know, there are no trespassing signs posted around the house. If you set foot on the property for any reason, you will be prosecuted. And of course, he says this is not a threat. This is just a statement. Now, I'm just posting that or bringing that up just to let you guys know. Okay. And the thing is that, okay.
Her name is Lauren something. Hold on.
and more, and talk about facts, because we got to talk about the facts. We do have a very special guest coming onto the show. She's a host. She is a reporter. She's a podcaster. She has a very, please welcome.
And who she is.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's go back to where we were. Okay. I think we were right here.
Bringing that up just to let you.
Tara, I've not watched that dude. I went to his channel once because I knew he was down there searching, and I never went back. He gives me the EBGBs, and just that smug fucking attitude he's got, you know? No, I didn't hear it though, but I'm gonna have to listen to that and see what he says. But watch how he does Pascal here. And remember, Pascal was not going to say where the post came from that he's talking about. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to call no names at all anywhere.
You guys know, okay? And the thing is that, okay.
We're going to fast forward.
All I know
Speed up.
From that post is what we don't know, what is actually true and what's not. I don't even know if this post is actually real, but I know a lot of people are reacting to this post and talking about this post. Like I said, not pulling it up, not showing it, not even saying the person's name, okay, in this.
No, that's a different Lauren. That the one that hangs out with Ski Mask Andy and Michelle Sabat, that's a different Lauren, not the same lady.
Post. But at the same time,
the other one's like claims to be an attorney and two separate ladies.
If this is true, which I don't know the full context of this whole situation, nor do a lot of other people that are talking about this post. I think it's necessary for us to understand the full scope of everything before we automatically think that there's something going down. The other thing too is that he ain't even there, if I'm correct. So if anything does happen, yeah, if somebody was to go to the house, yeah, if you're trespassing, you're gonna get arrested. Period, point blank. I mean,
Yeah.
This is what it is. You know what I mean?
So did you, let me ask you, did you see a screenshot or did you actually have a link that took you to the page where he posted this?
This was a screenshot.
Okay. So we don't know if it's, we don't know if it's authentic or not.
Exactly.
Like you said, we're not actually sure.
That's why I'm not showing it. That's why I'm not showing it. But I am going to bring that up because honestly, I do believe, I do think it's incredibly important for us all to stay safe out here, regardless of what you believe. I get it that there's people out here, tensions and emotions are very, very high. But the last thing we want to have happen is anyone getting hurt or anyone getting arrested over something that, understandably, we all want justice, but let's do it the right way. That's all I'm going to say. Holmes, making it very difficult. And a lot of, and people do get arrested. So go on.
Coming from Chris Proudfoot, you know what I mean? They'd be like, yeah.
I think the internet made him public enemy number one.
Go to your house and get to the police.
And I will say this too. There's a good.
It comes in hot.
If he's in the chat, great. Then I'll be able to crash if that's the truth. I'd love to talk to you about that and try to understand why. So please,
here you go.
Let me know what your area code is, so then I can say you put the phone number in here and we can get a conversation going. Okay. So I'll just wait for that while I wait for CJ to put that into the chat. All right. I'm gonna go through some of these super chats because there are a bunch in here, and I want to make sure that those are put in. All right. And there's no YouTuber drama, not on my end. Okay, zero. All right. But I am willing to have a conversation so we can clear the.
You're laughable now, Pascal. I used to like you, but dude.
Okay. And Jaxie, when he calls in, I promise you, I will break it down. Okay, so we can all be on the same page. Okay.
Everybody's like, what the hell? Wow.
The phone number's in the chat right now as we speak. CJ, I will do the super chats a little bit later. Okay, let me make sure everything's on real quick. All right. Okay, my phone lines are open. So CJ, go ahead and call in when you get a second. All right. And we will talk like adults. All right.
Talk like adults. I love how Pascal has to preface this.
Facts, SRB.
Hey, you're on the mic with Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's CJ.
What's up, CJ? What's good, man? Everybody show some love. Everybody show some love for CJ in the chat by putting in some green heart emojis real quick for him and for Sebastian, please and thank you.
Yes, this is Pascal that is talking. CJ is the one that's calling on the phone. CJ, the one that's been driving by the houses, that promoted an RSO, that is obviously a transphobic human being, a little bitch, if you ask me, now calls into Pascal's after Chris makes the statement to not trespass. Pretty simple ask, but CJ has to throw a fit about it.
Thank you. CJ, what's good, man?
Chris was not mean.
I'm doing all right. First, I want to apologize about the wind noise. So it gets a little windy with the audio.
Oh, you good, homie? We hear you loud and clear. Everybody, real quick, everybody hit the number one. Make sure you guys can hear CJ. All right? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all. I slowed it back down to normal speed because I forget how bad CJ's audio was. He did the call-in thing, so this is as best as it's gonna get.
Man, I didn't mean to
Same, Tara.
No, you're good. this post that was put, or this post message that was put on my video.
Okay.
I live stream, and it's for my safety.
Okay.
This is a good example of why. Because with that post, if you read it, somebody's giving him information. Okay.
Okay. So real quick, CJ, if it's okay, I want to pull this up. I did not show this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you hear what he said? He said that someone was giving Chris information is the reason Chris made that statement to him about not trespassing. Now, remind you what we watched about him out there driving to Chris's parents' house, filming Katie with her Brinks vans. That was before Chris made that statement and why Chris made that statement.
The live. I want to make this abundantly clear. I did not show this on the live. So there was no bad reporting or anything of that sort. I received this. I was bringing it up because honestly, we're all on the same team. I believe you and I are all on the same team. So I did not show your name, did not show the post at all.
I know.
When I posted, when I talked about it.
This is where I'm coming from. Though.
So hold on,
this
CJ.
Is where I'm coming from.
Hold on, CJ. Hold on real quick. But I'm going to ask your permission to show that post right now.
No,
and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to read it really quick so everyone can hear it and understand the context before everyone jumps down everyone's throats. Is that okay?
Oh, I'm not going to jump down your throat.
No, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about you.
Even if it's being brought up and my side's not included, it's about my safety.
Absolutely.
Because
CJ,
if my side's not included, even if it is talked about, it doesn't have to be shown.
Right.
Even if it is talked about, it's talked about like it's true. You heard what your guest said after you mentioned it.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if both of you understood where I'm coming from, I don't think those things would have been said.
He is throwing such a fit about this. Such a fucking fit. Meanwhile, you just saw him driving by, making comments about how he was going to get back there. Maybe he could just sneak back there.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so real quick, because I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the family chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Reacting. No, just reacting the way that they're reacting.
Tara, I agree. In my opinion, I'm not going to say he's a narcissist, but he's got some very high narcissistic traits. And when they don't have control of the narrative, this is how they act.
So let me just pull this up. Let me share this with the fam, with everybody, because a lot of people are like, I don't understand what's going on. Please explain. So on my end, okay, just talking on my perspective, and I will give you the floor as soon as I get done with this piece. All right. There was people have been sending this, and a lot of people have been reacting to this piece, showing Chris Proudfoot reacting to responding or putting a post.
CJ wasn't getting much love in Pascal's chat. People were like, yeah, this guy's kind of a clown.
Reacting to something. Okay. Now it says CJ, which is the man that we are on the phone with right now as we speak, fam.
And look, Chris Proudfoot kept this very professional. He did. And every time I've ever heard Chris talk or Katie, they have been respectful and professional about it.
All right. And it says from allegedly Chris Proudfoot, because we don't know if this is actually Chris Proudfoot or not. So he says, CJ, it has come to my attention that you have plans to visit my house tomorrow. Take this as an official notification. There are no trespassing signs posted all around the house. If you set foot in the property at all for any reason, you will be persecuted. There are no easements around the properties in our subdivision. This is not a threat, just a statement. Please respect our privacy as well as our wishes. Thank you in advance, sir. Now, we have CJ on the show or on the phone right now as we speak to talk about this. Now, obviously, I don't know the full context of this post, okay? And so, CJ, now you have the floor.
So basically, and this is where I'm coming from. If you read it, it's lawyer and a management talk, both talk that I know.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at that post, so that's why it already has some legitimacy. When it comes
Lawyer and a manager talk.
to what's being stated, if you read what he stated, it's been brought to his attention. Somebody told him this information. He didn't go look at the show itself, because if anybody would watch it.
You see how he's trying to blame it on someone telling Chris this information? And we all seen him driving by, filming and harassing them. No, motherfucker, Chris seen you, or he was probably watching your fucking live stream. But he's trying to blame it on somebody else because he don't want Pascal knowing he was stalking Chris's parents' house and his house and trying to trespass.
The show that I was streaming, where somebody would go to that extent to blow whatever I was doing out of.
Don't worry, I went ahead and showed everybody before we hear your explanation, your excuses. I showed everybody what you were doing. That was just 2 examples of day after day after day of you going by their houses, filming their houses, turning around.
Not a drama, Nana. Please, hon, rewind and go back, please, because I've played it like 5 times, and when I get talking about it, it just derails my chat. If you don't mind, could you rewind or wait until it's done, finish with this, and then go back and rewatch it? It's at the very beginning of this live. Thank you.
Going to Chris's parents' house, asking, or stating, I wonder if I could sneak back there.
You're welcome,
Knowing
Nana.
that you were saying you were going to go door to door trying to get access to behind Chris's parents' house even. I think Chris had every right to say what he said.
Proportion,
Mm-hmm.
then they would see that that is the complete opposite of what I'm doing, what I'm about, and what I'm trying to do. So in that live stream, I know if he would have went and watched it, he would see me talking about the trespassing signs, not only at his property, but at other properties as well, where I'm out searching because I need permission. I've never stated anything anywhere on my shows or my searches that I was going to step foot on their property or that I had planned to step foot on their property.
Gotcha.
Rewind. Maybe not the Proudfoot property, but you were trying to figure out how to access the back behind his parents' property. We heard that.
When it comes to me, I'm not even about trying to reach out to the family members of the people that I'm doing work for, because I let them reach out to me. I'm not trying to add pain or stress to them. So I don't even go to the point where I'm trying to reach out there to have conversations with them unless they come to me.
CJ, do you think that bringing an RSO and promoting an RSO as boots on the ground, searching for a 15-year-old missing child, do you think that's bringing unneeded stress to the situation? Asking for me and probably 500 other people.
That's what I'm about. It's about Sebastian. It's about any of these missing people out there.
Okay.
And when it comes to this is why I say my safety is in jeopardy. It's already in jeopardy doing what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what I'm doing for people.
Parking in parking lots, going to gas stations and driving on the road, grifting off of Sebastian's name is putting your life in jeopardy, in danger. Whoa.
Then when you have somebody that is getting information from somebody where I'm supposedly going to step on their property.
Yeah.
I'm supposedly going to do this. That creates a dangerous situation for me and for the person involved, because now there's a certain atmosphere between me and that person that shouldn't even be there if there wasn't a misunderstanding.
Right. Now, I do understand what you're saying. Okay. Like, I do understand where you're coming from. The concern of your own safety.
CJ, aka Crybaby Little Bitch. CJ is from CJ's Crime Concepts.
This concern of, man, how you're moving out here in those streets right now as we speak. Now, you're saying that you're out there, you're live streaming the searches and all that. I got to be honest,
Yeah.
This is the first time I've known about you. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. That's not like me trying to punch down or anything of
No,
that sort. But
I don't take it that way.
But I do want to ask you.
Pascal was so fucking confused. He didn't even know what was going on. He got gaslit like a motherfucker by CJ. Pascal didn't even know what was going on.
Because I don't know your content. Okay, I don't know what kind of content you make. Are you live streaming anywhere near the house? And have you said out loud on your live streams that you were going to go to the Proudfoot's home?
No. I've drove by. I've
Okay.
never gotten out of my car. The only time I get out of my car is to do the searches where I'm going to do the searching. There was plenty of times. There was a situation yesterday. I'll use this as an example. There was a situation yesterday where I drove by the neighborhood. And there's other people that'll get out of their car. There's other people that'll walk up to the property. I don't do that. I'll drive by.
Yeah.
You drove by and said that you were going to go door to door getting permission, and you might just sneak back there to go search behind Chris's parents' home.
When I drove by, I saw the Brinks lady standing out there with the clipboard talking to Katie.
And we heard him say that in the clip I showed you guys.
If I was truly about that, then I would have turned around, drove up and took pictures and talked about it and live streamed about it. That's
You were on live stream as you drove by filming her.
not what I'm about. Do I need to drive through the neighborhood sometimes to see or kind of refresh myself when I'm trying to think of what new direction I need to go to search for Sebastian?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that's the last place that he was seen.
Every day he's doing this and crybabying. And he parks in parking lots and he sits there and he goes to gas stations. He drives.
Now remember, CJ has been searching quotations for Sebastian for a solid month now, if that tells you anything.
Drives around.
Do I have I ever said that I plan to stream anywhere on that property or anywhere? No. And that's why I'm saying when it comes to what's being put out there, and if the
Tara, I get that. I don't blame you. I'm not professional at all. I cuss too much, but I am trying to be a better person and grow in life, and I need to work on my temper.
the truth, which is the live stream, shows you I'm sitting there respecting people's property.
I see.
I'm sitting there doing all of these things to show what I really am about. It's always about safety.
So
because
It's always about safety.
think about this, Pascal. If I wasn't live streaming this and people couldn't go watch what I'm really about when it comes to the threat, then there's my safety.
Exactly.
We watched.
Did y'all catch that? For his safety? He said that's why he was recording. For his safety. Didn't seem like it, did it? Right, Cassius. He should have done his research, like what caused Chris Proudfoot to leave this comment. Pascal has changed. Whenever he started getting bigger and bigger, he's just changed. I used to watch him all the time. Now I can't do him.
You don't worry.
About safety.
I see what you're saying. So just so I can clarify a few things. The times that you've driven by the house with, say, the moment with Katie Proudfoot with the Brinks people and outside and all that, you were not live streaming you were not live streaming during that time, correct?
Yes, you were.
Yeah, no, I live streamed the whole time. Sir.
Oh, okay. So you were live
Because
streaming.
it's about my safety.
I see. So okay. So just
Oh yeah, he live streams everything, Pascal. Don't let him convince you otherwise. He live streams because it's all about his safety. Because when they were out there searching the ponds that had already been searched by professionals and grifting off of Sebastian's name, he claimed that drones were following them. Meanwhile, he also admitted that the drones were there before they even got in the area. Then there was random gunfire on a Sunday afternoon, and CJ thinks it's about him. But then he, meanwhile, goes on to basically threaten people that he was carrying even too. CJ.
Okay, they was I heard gunfire somewhere, but let me tell you something. It's Tennessee. It's turkey season. Do you know how many guns you hear in like Kentucky, Tennessee, where they go hunting in the South, you're going to hear guns. It could be 200 miles away and you could hear, holler shoot. That's normal during this time of year to hear a gun far away. But he's trying to make it like they were shooting at him. Pascal was fucking clueless. He was. But Pascal should have done his research. Pascal seen that and he just wanted some views, baby, in my opinion.
Is a whole clown.
I live stream driving by.
Gotcha. So you're saying that you were out there, you were live streaming around around the neighborhood, around the street, and
All
around
over.
the house. Okay.
All over.
So maybe, and of course, I'm not here trying to take anybody's sides or anything. I'm just asking a question. Okay. Could it possibly be that since these are live and these are live streams and they are on YouTube, that maybe the Proudfoots are maybe misinterpreting your live streams that are around their properties and are assuming that you might be, I don't know, trying to trespass on their property? Could that be what it is?
Well, no, because if they watch my shows, then they hear me say, that's not what I'm about. So they would, if they watch.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think CJ would have trespassed if he could have to get back behind Chris's parents, what we just watched in the clips. Put a 2 if you think he would have respected their privacy and, just stayed off because he's not about that. 1 if you think he would have, in a heartbeat, if he would have had access to do so. 2 if you think he would have respected their privacy. I'm really interested to see what you guys think.
Watch my show, sir, then they would already know what I'm about and how I respect people 150%.
But if they're not watching if they're not watching the streams and they're just assuming from maybe other people that are actually their little birds in their ears, then that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
And that's where they're getting the information from.
Okay.
Sir. And they're going to Seth, they're going to Chris, and they're saying, Chris, somebody's live streaming and said they're going to do this and do this and do this.
That's wild.
It's because that person doesn't want me searching for Sebastian.
No doubt. No doubt.
It has nothing to do with you searching for Sebastian. You're not even doing that. You're not even searching for Sebastian. Meanwhile, all you've done is muddied the water. It's such a self-serving mission for you. It has nothing to do. If you had any care or concern about the family, you would have recognized that Seth's mom at the vigil, you threw a huge fit about not being thanked. You threw an absolute hissy fit that you weren't thanked. But in that moment of time, she called you out specifically because they don't want people live streaming. They were asking. So not only Chris and Katie, their privacy has been invaded. You've done the same thing to Seth and his family too. But it's all for CJ's safety.
And they're using Chris's ear to create something. And this is what I'm saying. And this is why it's important for me to live stream the whole time. Yeah. Because what happens, because I know I'm out there doing the right thing and I'm going about it the right way. There's nothing for me to worry about or hide. In fact, just like a police officer with a body cam, if they're not having anything to hide and they're doing what they're supposed to, they record for their safety.
You're not even remotely close to law enforcement, totally different arena. Secondly, you're not even SAR certified. You're nothing. You're not even helping. You are disrespecting the family's wishes on both ends. And then you're crying the victim and saying that you have to record for your protection. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm going into communities that some people may not want.
Hey, Tara, have you heard that CJ is supposed to be allegedly going to Nashville, like in the next week or so or something, to look for Raleigh Strain's boots, and he's going to go and try and live in the homeless encampments to see if he can find Raleigh's boots. Have you heard that? Or anybody? That little motherfucker gonna get in there and get fucked up, in my opinion. Them homeless, they ain't very keen on newcomers coming in like that. Yeah, and I heard he was scared of a goose. Right, SRB, yeah. He was gonna go try and look for Riley's boots. He was going to act like he was homeless. He was supposed to go last night. Yup, Lady Lolo. That's what he said. Did you see this little bitch in a homeless encampment? And they do not like newcomers. But he's scared driving past Chris's house. Oh, SRB, you've worked with him? Are you talking about Pascal or CJ? Yeah, I'd be afraid too, Lady Lolo. That's very dangerous. Oh, you was a mod for CJ. Oh, bet you got a little dirt on him, don't you? Has he always done these searches and true crime and stuff, SRB? He needs to leave the homeless alone, for real, for real. He gonna get down there and get himself offed. Oh, wow, 9 months. If you don't mind me asking, what caused you to leave? Is he controlling, like, behind the scenes, offline, and treat you like you're slaves or something? Or oh, he was still working a real job? What was his real job? Oh, I don't blame you. So, yeah, he's on that grift. Oh, yeah, you can tell he is a welder, really? That's pretty good money being a welder. Does he live in Tennessee that close to where he can just drive home every day or clean cars? Whiny, I could see him being whiny. Most narcissists are. Most narcissists are actually really weak baby back bitches.
Want me to find this baby boy.
Right.
That puts me in danger.
And what do you think that narrative? Who is actively trying to stop people from finding Sebastian? That's not the case. That is not the case.
And so anytime that I have that camera on, that makes that person not go the full force that they might go if I wasn't streaming. And at the same time, if I get injured.
But he's going to try to work his way into a homeless encampment in Nashville. Make that make sense.
Or something happens to me.
If you hurt your big toe again, you big old crybaby bitch, you need a ambulance. And yeah, no, I don't like this guy. He just went on a whole transphobia rant about me. I have zero respect for this ballsless bitch.
At least it's on stream so that way people know the truth.
I get
because when I'm coming from the good spot, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm respecting everybody 150. There should be no issues.
I see. Okay. Well, Chris, you know, I appreciate.
Oh, SRB, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that had to hurt. I'm sorry. People suck on here, man. Here you go, baby girl. And I don't expect anything out of you. Wow, that piece of shit.
You clarifying those things, you know, just telling us exactly what's been going on and all that. Obviously, you know, when I see a post like this and
Pascal doesn't even know what the fuck to make of this whole thing. You can tell.
It gets Chris Proudfoot out from the bushes, right? Out from his RV to start talking. And of course, understandably, a lot of other content creators, not just me, have been reacting to this post like
Oh yeah,
crazy.
it's from last night. Last night it started.
Right. So it does spark a lot of questions, right? It does spark a reaction.
Okay, now Tara, you're gonna have to give us the scoop on Charlie. You're very welcome, SRB. You're in here a lot with us too, and you're pretty cool. I want to know about Charlie. Hey, y'all, is it true that he was at like a sod field or something and was like digging in the dirt too, acting like he was looking for Sebastian? He needs to leave this case alone. I try to be chill, SRB, and I get a little uptight sometimes, and I'm a little too blunt sometimes, but I'm real, I think. Hi, Selena, baby. Oh, Charlie. Or to make me a sock account. Oh, Lady Lolo, I love you. That's true. We do have a good little community, you know? It is pretty chill in here. For the most time, ain't it, y'all? Oh, I wonder what his channel is. Get that for me, Tara. Is it just Charlie? Charlie on his Harley? Aw, thank you, Cassius Gems. I love you. How's your horses doing?
Reaction from the peanut gallery, if you will, right? So when this happened,
This wasn't a reaction from the peanut gallery, Pascal. This was a reaction from the stepfather of a missing child who CJ has been out there day after day, in my opinion, stalking Chris and Katie and Chris's parents. You can go watch it for yourself. I provided the clips.
you know, it's from what you're telling me, it sounds like this is just a misunderstanding, and they're not actually seeing the content that you make.
Right.
But I do understand. That if they haven't.
Oh, in my opinion, they're watching all of them's content that's been down there fucking with them. You can guarantee Chris seen that content and is watching that piece of shit.
Seen your content, and but they do see that their home is being shot. I mean, I can understand them being a little concerned, but like I said, I mean, if you're doing it legally and you're not breaking any laws, you're not trespassing, then I mean,
He was gonna trespass.
Want to make that
He was
content,
gonna.
bro. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Well, if you look at real talk, if you want to look at what he wrote, he didn't see my show, and he wouldn't have known about my show or me driving by unless somebody told him the wrong information.
Right.
That's real talk.
Yeah. No, you ain't wrong.
So when
You ain't wrong.
when it comes to them having an issue, they had an issue because somebody told them the wrong information. Because, like you say,
excuses.
If he came to my show or he heard about my show, wouldn't you go watch it too?
Yeah,
if somebody
damn right.
said something about you and somebody's threatening you, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go watch it?
Absolutely.
Of course you would. So
Okay.
if somebody watches it and sees that I'm sitting there saying, yeah, that's a no trespassing, and I have people in my chat going, oh, you can go through the construction area, and I'm saying, no, guys, I need permission. I need to find out who owns this.
I wish I could just sneak back there. I'm going to go door to door and try to gain access to behind Chris
Did y'all hear that?
Proudfoot's parents' home. Because, you know, there's a narrative out there that they might have, which there's really factually, there's not. It's just horrible YouTubers who spread misinformation that put that out there.
Gotcha.
If he would have saw that, then I guarantee he wouldn't have wrote that post.
No doubt. I mean, if he was seeing it, for sure, then there would be a different conversation.
CJ, how you liking this reflection of your behavior?
That's exactly why he wrote that post, because he did see it, you piece of shit.
This is all you, dude. You couldn't wait. You were so anxious for me to do a video on you. You like this one? You like a reflection of who you really are?
Conversation, but I do appreciate you coming in, clarifying this. You know what I mean? I know that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're doing what you can to unearth the truth and to find out what's going on with Sebastian. We are all on the same page. I'm on the same team as you all day.
I really hope not, Pascal. I really hope you retract that because
all I want is to find Sebastian, and figure out what actually happened here and what is the truth, just like you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just thought it was very interesting, the post. It was very, to me, I'm like, whoa, he just came out the.
if they need it, little Irish girl, I will make sure she gets it in the timestamp. Don't give a shit. Watch Judy Ron.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to play on that. But if y'all want to watch that full live that Nonsense done yesterday, it's awesome because I like just skip through parts of it that I wanted to show y'all. And Nonsense has got a part 2 coming up on it. She's not done. Make sure you are subbed up to her. Damn, it's been almost 4 hours, y'all. And all I wanted to do was come on here and just show that registered sex offender exposure. But yeah, he's a piece of shit. And it's not cool. He needs to go. He needs to be shunned out of this community. Hi, CJ. You're probably watching CJ and BJ. Aw. Cunt, jack, and blowjob. If I ever go missing, y'all please don't let none of them motherfuckers on my case. I'd rather have Dora than these motherfuckers. It's pinned at the top, Cassius Gems. You see the pin comment? It's got her link in there. Oh, thank you, SRB. You were on it, baby. But yeah, I'm gonna let him come at me. Cause I don't give a fuck either. Y'all seen me. He don't know. He can bully all of us ladies over here he wants. He don't know what he's getting himself into. Wait till Nicolina gets on him. Oh, Lady Lolo. Thank you. I love you. And if anybody needs to get a hold of me or anything, I am on Facebook. It's under Cotton Candy, and it's spelled the same way on here. You can message me on there, friend request me, email me. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok if you need to get a hold of me. And all my names are about the same on them, Cotton Candy with a K. And but yeah, I'm going to end this and go snoop around and see what all's been said about me so I can laugh at it and laugh at them tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. But thank you all. Kasha, I love you. You send me a picture. I know you said you sent me a message. I'm gonna go check. Send me a picture of the horses. You know I love them horses. All right, but I'm gonna, as always, every time, I don't care what the live is about, I will always play my tribute to Summer Moon Utah Wells, missing out of Hawkins County, Tennessee, June 15th, 2021. Blonde hair, blue eyes. If you have any information, 1-800-TBI-FIND. I love you all, and until next time, adios.